From Patrick Gymnasium in Old Metairie, it's the 20th annual Country Day Classic. And tonight we bring you the semifinals of this outstanding event. In game one of the semifinals this evening, the host team, Country Day, taking on Archbishop Shaw. Still to come, the second semifinal game will pit St. Thomas More against Archbishop Rummel. Glad to have you with us. A pleasant good evening to you. Ken Trahan, joined by a good and great friend, the coach, author of, I don't know, maybe 12 state titles somewhere along the way. Coach Timmy Bird with us, and Merry Christmas to you, Timmy. Great to have you with us.
Same to you, Ken. It's always a pleasure doing games with you.
Let's talk about.
You're the best high school commentator out there, so I'm really glad to be doing this with you.
Well, you're very kind to say that, and I'll accept it, even though there's others that do a great job for sure. But to talk about what's happened to get to this point, we can tell you that a couple of consolation games were played earlier. John Curtis Christian beat White Castle 76-45. Carr defeated St. Martin's Episcopal 66-50. Country Day comes in with a record of 10-2, perennial power. We're used to seeing the Country Day Cajuns playing for state championships. That's what this program is all about. They've won 7 state titles all around. Timmy, you competed against them, and every year Mike McGuire does a great job. You can expect they'll be a good team every year, and they are again this year.
Yeah, he's always got program teams now. You know, Mike's really built this, his program. He's built it whereby it doesn't matter who leaves. He's always got a very competitive team, and he finds a way to get his team into the deep into the playoffs with a chance to win a state championship.
And when you look at the Cajuns, it's all about Jordan Trahan. We saw him last year, and he was a superb player then. He's even better this year. Extremely athletic, and if Trahan shoots the ball well, no relation by the way, then he's impossible to stop. He's 6'4", a senior who plays bigger than that. He's got, as we say, tremendous hops. He's fast, he's quick, strong with the basketball. He's just a terrific athlete.
Yeah, he's athletic. You always have to have a go-to guy when you get this deep into the playoffs and in a tournament. And, you know, he's going to be that guy. If they're going to win tonight, he's going to really have to have a big game. And if his shot's not there, he's going to have to dominate in other ways. Like you said, he's very athletic. He looks like he's a little longer than what he was last year. And, you know, he's got that maturity. Now he's just got to be a leader on the floor, and when things don't go well for the team, he's going to have to carry them.
Archbishop Shaw in the state semifinals a year ago in Division I. They're 11-1 on the season thus far, and the Eagles got here by, you know, beating a good Douglas team 47-41 in a real battle. And then last night they pulled away in the fourth quarter to beat Carr by the score of 56-43. And of course, it's all about the senior Cam Johnson, the brilliant point guard who last night went for 33 points, 7 rebounds, 6 steals, 4 assists. He's just a terrific player. Ignore what he looks like physically. He is absolutely phenomenal, incredible competitor. He does everything well. He has no fear in him. And as I mentioned to you earlier, he kind of reminds me of a player you had not too long ago named Gage Larvadain.
Yeah, you know, he's a stat stuffer. He does remind you of Gage Larvadain. He, you know, Gage did it all for us. He not only led us in scoring, but he led us in virtually every stat. I mean, he was 8, 9, 10 rebounds a game, steals, and Cam's doing the same thing. He's leading his team not only with his confidence, but he's backing it up by really filling the stats. And as he goes, that their team's going to go. But I tell you what, Wes has really done a really good job at Shaw. He basically took it off the mat, and they mimic him. They mimic his confidence. Cam plays with that ultra confidence that you're really looking for in a point guard, and I think that comes from Wes, the head coach. And really, their program turned last year. They were always respectable. He really got them better and better every year. But last year was the turning point, you know, going that deep into the playoffs. And I think they lost to Scotlandville, or they would have been in the finals. And he's got this team positioned to arguably play in the toughest class to have a chance to win a state championship.
Wes, of course, is Wes Laurendine, one of the fine young coaches in our state, and has done a great job. As you mentioned, took the program from literally the bottom and has raised it to a very high level to be where it's at right now and be a Catholic League champion and a state semifinalist a year ago. And here are the Eagles a year later at 11-1. Their only loss was a close loss of 5 points to Newman, who might be the best team in Louisiana.
Yeah, a lot of people think Newman's the best team in the state, and they had a chance to win that game. That pretty much sums it up on how good Shaw is. But I can't say enough about Wes. Wes has got, to me, and you could argue it, but Wes might be the best young coach in Louisiana, and to me probably is the best coach in his 30s. So he's an up-and-comer superstar coach in Louisiana, and if he sticks with it, he's going to have an awful lot of wins in his career.
Both teams finishing their warm-ups as we speak. Country Day as the host school will be in their whites tonight with their royal blue and their cardinal red. Archbishop Shaw, after wearing green last night, wearing their gray tonight with the green stripes, green numerals. And Eagles are, they'll go about 8 to 10 deep. They'll go 8 for sure. Country Day will go anywhere from 8 to 10 deep, depending on matchups. And both can come in with a thick, strong player off the bench inside, too. So it's going to be interesting to see tonight which role players step up, because we know the two stars and how good they are, and they're going to get theirs no matter what you throw at them. You might throw box and one, you might throw triangle and two, you might throw zone and switch, but whatever you throw at them, these two guys, they're going to get theirs. I feel pretty certain about that. So it's all about the supporting cast players and what they can deliver here this evening. Let's set the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First of all, for the Archbishop Shaw Eagles, who are the visiting team in this game tonight. Starting at guard is a 6'2 junior, Xavier Myers. Also starting for the Eagles will be a 6'2 junior, William Lewis Jr. Then the aforementioned Cam Johnson, the senior, listed at 5'9", and he wears number 3 for the Eagles. The other starters for Shaw include Aiden LaSalle, who's a 5'11 junior, and the final senior was the final starter is a 6'5 junior, number 12, Christian Crapel. Crapel at 6'5", the tallest starter for the Eagles. Now for the Country Day Cajuns, as mentioned, the host team in this particular event. Starting for the Country Day Cajuns, a 6'1 sophomore guard, Andrew Nelson. He'll be joined in the starting lineup by a 5'10 junior guard, Maddox Moss. Also in the starting lineup is number 22, Philip Antis. Antis at 6'1", as mentioned, a junior for the Cajuns. The other starter will be Cam Terrell. Terrell is a 6'2 senior guard. And the final starter, of course, will be a 6'4 senior guard, Jordan Trahan, for Country Day. So, size matchup kind of similar in terms of what you're looking at. Slightly more length for Shaw, perhaps, but pretty good matchup in that regard as both teams take to the floor. And Shaw would like to play fast. Country Day, as you know, will run offense in the half court. So it's an interesting matchup here this evening as we get set to get things started. Chip Merritt, Matt Merritt producing things here tonight for us on CrescentCitySports.com. Trahan and Crapel to jump it up, and the tip goes in backcourt, and now the Eagles have it. Controlled there by Lewis, and he gets it to Cam Johnson right away. They pick up man-to-man against Johnson, so watch that right away. So we identify the first time around. Dribble handoff here, that's Lewis. Now on a handoff coming to the left side of the floor is LaSalle. Dribbling out at the right elbow. Interestingly, Johnson not handling the ball early on. Here's Crapel off the drive. Tries to get it inside, but threw it away. Trahan on the steal. Coming the other way. Trahan can't get it to his teammate, so each team with a turnover early.
Yeah, that's just, that's to be expected. Both teams really want it. They're going to come out here trying to play hard, try to do things that they don't normally do. So you can expect some mistakes here early.
No score early on. Dribble drive, baseline cut off. Crapel can shoot that three. Missed that one. Rebound long, fought for, controlled, and a left-hand layup not there, and picked off out of the air by Country Day. And coming the other way, Antis got the rebound.
traditionally Country Day does a really good job blocking out and traditionally is a really good rebounding team, regardless of the size.
Both teams open man-to-man here defensively. Country Day will right off of his head. It's a bad place. So a couple of turnovers for Country Day early, which is not really indicative of Country Day in the half court.
Yeah, one of the things, Mike will get his team settled down, and he has been really good as a game manager, as a coach. And so he goes deep in the bench because he finds ways to hide guys. And he's going to switch his defense, I'm sure, tonight based upon what Shaw does.
Cam Johnson gets the first basket of the game, and the Eagles take the early lead. First couple of possessions, Johnson just played off the ball and let teammates handle it. That time he decided he was going to be that.
And that's smart because eventually Mike's going to try to take him out of the game.
Cut off on the baseline, short with a shot. Crapel with the rebound for the Eagles. Here's Johnson using the left hand, cut off, spins it back out top. Extra pass, Crapel for three. He can shoot it.
Yeah, he was a really good shooter last year. He looks like he's a couple inches bigger this year, and that was a really nice shot.
Nice high pick all the way to the basket. Sticking it home. Good drive by Terrell to make it a 5-2 game. Saw the hole and he attacked. Love to see that.
Yeah, there was no help there. Shaw didn't have any help after Terrell beat him off the dribble.
Off the mark is Johnson. Here's Trahan with the rebound.
Keep your head up.
Trahan on the drive. Look out here. And offensive foul.
That's the one thing.
Crapel takes the hit.
Yeah, that's the one thing Country Day can't afford to do is to get Trahan in foul trouble. And he's got to be a little smarter early in the game like that.
That's the third turnover for the Cajuns early on. 5:13 to play in the first. 5-2 Eagles with the lead.
Country Day still in man. It'll be interesting to see.
Offensive foul. They're going to call here on the pick against William Lewis.
It'll be interesting to see how long Country Day is going to stay in man.
Carr tried everything and everybody against Johnson last night and just didn't have an answer for him. Maddox Moss handling it. Gets a pick to get to the front court. Pulls up. And nice steal. There's the first steal by Cam Johnson. It'll be the first of many, trust me.
And Country
Here's Crapel for three again. Ooh, it's in and out. Nice stick back, but he missed it. Long rebound, and here they come the other way.
There's another
turnover.
steal.
Cam Johnson with two already. What else is new?
Really good with his hands, anticipating the steal.
Both teams sloppy here in the early going. 7 turnovers already. Nice spin move. Good pass.
Nice pass by Terrell.
Nelson gets the basket. Terrell the assist. And a 1-point game. They double Johnson. He gets it to Crapel, who goes baseline. Bump, no call. Nice pass. Beautiful look.
Nice
by
cut
Crapel.
to the basket.
William Lewis the basket. Off the assist from Crapel. And a 3-point lead for the Eagles. Crapel picking up half court. Good penetration. Shooter here from the right corner. Yep. Maddox Moss, really good 3-point shooter, delivers here. And we're tied at 7, our first tie of the game at the 3:40 mark.
Yeah, Moss can really shoot it. Had a really good year last year shooting the 3-ball, and he just picks up where he left off here in the semifinals.
Johnson willing to share it offensively thus far. Nice ball fake by Crapel. Nice spin move, but he's short. Got the board and got fouled. Stayed with it. Boy, made a really good jump stop move. He'll get to the free throw line here.
Yeah, he's added that to his game here from last year. Really known as a catch and shoot guy, and now he's putting it on the deck and doing a good job driving it.
6'5" junior, remember, he's just a junior. He's grown an inch and a half or so since last year. Figures to get a little bigger yet. Really good shooter. As you got a chance to look at that form.
Got good mechanics, shoots through the window, got good follow through. Going to be a consistent shooter when your mechanics are right.
Mike Williams has checked in for the Eagles. Bottoms it out on both. and the Eagles back up by 2.
Interesting here that the center, they really don't have a center, but their center's playing the point.
Trahan strong, and he'll go to the line. So he went right at Mike Williams. He has like a 5-inch height advantage, and he draws the foul from Williams, and Trahan will get to the line to shoot a pair. Explosive athlete, and he's really good off the dribble. You really have to play him for the shot. You're better off letting him.
You got to make
take
him
the
hit
shot.
jump shots.
Exactly.
And Coach McGuire's his strategy here looks as he's taking Terrell, putting him at the point. He's spacing the floor, trying to get Trahan the ball in between the top of the key and the free throw line, and they're going to try to get him to the basket, trying to give him some space to create for others or score.
Second tie of the quarter, the 3:07 mark. We're tied at 9. Johnson's been somewhat quiet on the offensive end. He's been giving it up a lot, as he does here.
He's just kind of letting the game come to him, and that's a smart point guard.
Nice dribble drive and up and under move by Xavier Myers. His first 2, and Shaw's back up.
Backside help for Country Day's got to come over and stop penetration there.
And a dribble turnover here will be the 5th turnover on Country Day. Crepel extending his defense because, as you mentioned, they have Terrell handling the ball, crossing the timeline.
It'll be interesting to see if Shaw switches on Terrell, if they go small on him.
Crepel look backdoor, nothing there. Johnson to the baseline with a crossover. They double team him. Tries to get it to Crepel, threw it away, and a long pass beautifully done. Trahan driving, left hand.
That was a strong move right
but
there.
But he'll go to the line and shoot 2 more.
Good strong move using his left hand. Got the foul on the body. That's how you do it right there. Now you just got to finish your free throws here.
So here's Trahan back at the line again, made his first 2, and now he's made his first 3. Now with a chance to tie, Country Day will substitute Jake Ibieta into the game. First man off the bench for the Cajuns. That's a famous name in Country Day. Lore. Second free throw is up, and that's in. So Trahan is 4 for 4, and we're tied at 11, 2:15 mark. Maddox Moss continues to guard Johnson. Cuts him off nicely on the baseline. Crepel, fall away. Doesn't get the roll.
Good block out by Ibieta.
Chance for the Cajuns to take a lead. Trahan all the way. Lost it. Right into the hands of Moss. Back to Trahan. Being played by Williams. Ibieta with the drive. Kicks it off. No shot. And they throw it away. And both teams throw it away. Yeah, this has been a sloppy quarter.
Yeah, good hustle right there by Ibieta to get the loose ball.
I don't think either coach can be really pleased with the ball handling in this game early on.
Nice.
Ibieta with a putback.
Ibieta, since he's come in, he's everywhere. He's the Energizer Bunny. He's playing really hard, making good decisions.
And there's the first lead for the Cajuns. As we approach 1 minute to play in the first quarter, Cam Johnson's been quiet. Put his head down, got there, but traveled. So turnover number 6 for Shaw. Country Day with 6 already. And another substitution will get size in the game for Shaw. Jaden Scott will check in at 6'4". Scott checking in. Country Day will slow it up here with less than a minute to play and a 2-point lead. Moss can shoot it, but not that time. Long rebound, though, and they get another chance. Nice pass to Ibieta. Brennan White, the assist. Ibieta with 4 off the bench, and Country Day with its biggest lead of 4 points as we approach 30 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Brennan White's a freshman and look really good. He looks small out there, but he's a freshman. Looks like he can really, he's got a lot of confidence because that was a strong drive, had his head up, made a really good pass for the layup.
Shaky pass there, got away with it. Another shaky pass. So the ball handling just not good at all.
Another great job by Ibieta getting
He's
his
playing
hands
great, isn't
on
he?
that pass.
He's just doing a terrific job off the bench on both ends of the floor. Still 9 seconds left.
He's been the difference since he's come in. He's playing hard, but he's playing smart.
Here's Johnson baseline.
Nice job.
Great pass. Missed the layup.
See, the difference in that was Ibieta came over, made them make the extra pass, and they missed. Shaw misses the layup. But that was all caused by Ibieta. Those are the little things that we talk about as coaches that maybe don't show up in the stat column, but makes a difference in whether your team's going to win.
3 seconds left here. Got to get a quick shot. Johnson's not looking at the basket. Now he has to and does, and he's off. So at the end of one quarter, Country Day with a 15-11 lead over Shaw. Good quarter for the Cajuns.
Yeah, I tell you, after the first quarter, Mike's going to tell, Coach McGuire is going to tell his team, the team that's going to win is going to be the team that turns the ball over the least here on out. And so need to keep an eye on the stat, the turnover stat. And also the other thing is what Ibieta gives to Country Day is coming off the bench and just not only playing hard, but playing smart and making good basketball plays.
He's provided a huge spark for this team with 4 points and a couple of rebounds off the bench. Very quiet quarter for Cam Johnson. He deferred a lot in that quarter. I think I had him taking, 3 shots maybe? 4? He deferred a lot.
He did. He did, and I don't know if that's by design, him trying to let the game come to him, but it looks like he's going to have to take the game over if Shaw's going to win this game.
Well, he had to expend so much energy last night. That makes you wonder, too, because he's not very big, but boy, is he good. And that will show up in this game, I can assure you. Country Day up 15-11 as we head to the second quarter. Christian Crepel leading Shaw with 5. Jordan Trahan, Jake Ibieta with 4 each for the Cajuns.
Coach McGuire's also hammering into his players that they have to be strong with the ball. And that's just so important at the high school level that, catching the ball with 2 hands and making sure if it does hit your hands, it's yours. A lot of that's mental in high school.
Cajuns ball to start the second quarter. Terrell will bring it inbounds and backcourt to Moss. Mike McGuire looks for that high pick at center court as they get every possession. Nice pass to Ibieta. Wasn't looking at the basket. Spins it back to Moss. Ibieta, wild pass, but it stays alive for Moss. Both teams have stayed man-to-man in this game thus far. Moss on a handoff. Nice pass to Terrell. Cajuns with their biggest lead of 6 points to start the second quarter. Nice pass here. Put it on the floor and score it. Scott with his first 2. Off the good pass. And that stops an 8-0 run for Country Day and a steal. All the way with the right hand. Smooth. Well done. Aiden LaSalle off the steal. And the 7th turnover.
It was a nice steal and a nice drive.
That was a push-off. That's a good call. So Shaw's starting to turn up the pressure, and it's paying off a little bit here.
Yep. Country Day's got to handle the pressure. They got to make sure that they don't let... Now what's happening is Shaw is up in their grill, and looks like it's bothering Country Day a little bit.
Well, Shaw wants to play with pace, no doubt about that. Definitely a battle of wills in that regard. Not that Country Day play slow, they don't, but they will run their half-court offense with patience. Cam Johnson calls a play here. Gets it back between the rings. He'll shoot the long 3. That's back rim. Trahan can't control. It's on the floor. Terrell will get it and call timeout. Could have probably kept possession without the timeout there, but making sure they don't lose possession. 6:25 to play in the half. 17-15 Country Day. You'd have to say, so far at this particular point or juncture, that it's been to the pace that Country Day would like to play at.
Yeah, I think so. And the thing is that Cam Johnson, he's got to not settle right now for NBA threes. That's what Coach McGuire wants him to do. What he's got to do in the first half is get into the paint and either get a foul or create for somebody else. That's what he needs to be doing. He's got to get his teammates involved and get some production out of his teammates. Mm-hmm. If he does not, they're going to have a hard time winning this game, because in the second half, Coach McGuire is going to do everything that he can to take away Cam's action.
Brennan White against full court pressure. Johnson looks to double. He got it out of there, but there's the steal. Shaw really turning up the defensive pressure, and it's paying off.
And that's Aiden LaSalle had. Those are two nice, strong layups that he looks really good handling the ball and got a nice, strong body and finishes well with either hand.
Well, Shaw really extending that defense, and it's really paying off. Couldn't find Trahan, but he finds a wide open shooter. Nope.
They're doing a good job.
Good box out there. Really good box out by the Eagles, and William Lewis gets the board with a chance to recapture the lead. Good look for three. Nope. Controlled by Nelson. Trahan off the bounce. Nice spin. Against a double team, can't convert. It goes out of bounds to Shaw. So thus far, both teams doing a good job of taking the other team's star away. Trahan's got the 4 free throws, and Johnson has just 2 points.
Yeah, if you're Shaw, you like if Trahan's got to take it, if he's got to take it 30 feet off the dribble, you're going to like that. Even if he scores a few points in the paint, if he's got to work that hard to get to the rim, by the fourth quarter, he won't have any legs left.
Crapel back in for Myers for Shaw. And Moss extends on Johnson. They switch on him. He gives it up to Crapel. Pass got away, but Crapel gets it back. Back rim.
Ken, you got to also remember, this is the third game of the tournament.
I think that's showing up, yep.
So, usually you're not going to hit a ton of threes.
As if on cue, Brennan White buries a triple, and Country Day's back up 3.
Nice shot by the freshman.
What a move by Johnson.
That's what he's got to do.
But he missed the shot. Don't see that happen much, and then you get a foul on the rebound against Crapel.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, or 3 with Cam getting in the paint. You either finish the layup, you get foul, or you're dishing off, kicking out, or dishing for a layup. So you really think in 1, 2, and 3, and that's his progression driving to the lane.
4:30 to play in the half. 3-point lead for the host Cajuns. Almost pushed off again there. Knocked away, got it back, and he's out of bounds. Well, they have their big man handling the ball. It was paying off for a while, but now they're starting to pressure him, and they're getting a few turnovers in the process.
If you'll notice, Country Day now is playing 5 out.
Yes.
And their offense right now is just taking the defense off the dribble. There's not a whole lot of passing. Now, you did notice when they were patient and ran their offense for about 25 seconds, they got a layup. And if they do that, Shaw's going to have a tough time guarding them.
That's 9 turnovers for Country Day. Lost that off the knee. And that's 7 turnovers for Shaw. Both teams, again, playing a little bit like it is the third game in 3 days.
Yeah, Shaw looks a little sluggish here. It'll be interesting to see.
Trahan gone through 2 through 3, got it back, got to the rim and scored. He wasn't going to be stopped there. A 5-point lead for the Cajuns. Johnson, no. And Trahan controls. Jordan all the way again. Nobody stopped him, but he misses. Crapel with a rebound. Here comes Johnson in the open floor where he excels.
See,
and he'll get to the line.
That's what he's got to do. He can pick up fouls, get to the free throw line, get his production at the free throw line and at the rim in the first half.
First time he'll get to the line. West Laurendale wants timeout. 3:31 to play first half. Cajuns 22 and the Eagles 17. So Johnson will get to the line for the first time when play resumes. And yeah, this is definitely a different looking Shaw team thus far tonight. They're a little sluggish. Don't have the pop that we saw last night. Now they played a very hard, tough, physical team in Carr last night. And that was a late game, and maybe it took a little bit out of them.
Yeah, Carr's, traditionally when you play Carr, you're going to have to leave it all on the floor. And they're going to take your legs away for future games. So, even when Carr had some of their best teams, their most physical teams, you might have won in the quarterfinal and in the semifinal round, but typically the next game you didn't have any legs to finish.
Mm-hmm. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. Lamarck Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in the Metro New Orleans market, must be a reason.
Be interesting to see if Wes spreads the floor with Cam handling it, going 5 out to try to unplug the paint to give him a chance to get to the rim here with 3:31 left in the second quarter.
And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports also brought to you by Ochsner Andrews Sports Medicine Institute. Get the same sports medicine care the pros receive with minimally invasive treatments and quicker recovery times. Visit ochsner.org/sportsmed to learn more or schedule an appointment near you. Johnson now with 3 points as he converts the first. And got them both. He's got 4 points, and it's 22-19.
Yeah, Shaw's trying to speed up the game here. They're going to go full court man. They're going to try to get a couple of easy points.
Brennan White checks back in for Country Day. Moss in backcourt. Being played by Johnson, who's the most adept steal artist I've seen. Nice cut. Nice inside out
right there.
Can't convert, but Trahan will run it down. His third board. Really good look here. And almost. And then one, but not quite. To the line, Antis. As he draws the foul from Crapel. So Crapel is the first to pick up 2 fouls. And he's a player that the Eagles definitely need on the floor. See if West Laurendale stays with him or goes to the bench. Antis can't convert the first. Looks like they're going to get Crapel out with 2 fouls here.
Yeah, that's a smart move with 3 minutes left. You don't want him picking up his 3rd foul.
Jaden Scott will get him. Antis with another free throw attempt coming. Left-hander shovels it up and shovels it in. And a 4-point lead for the Cajuns. With 3:05 to play in the half. Man-to-man defense all the way, both ways. Xavier Myers, Scott, LaSalle, and Shaw not hitting the perimeter shot. Controlled here by Terrell, his 3rd board. Shaw's had some looks, they just haven't been able to hit. Went up, came down, jump ball, good job Cam Johnson. Turn over to Shaw. Well, he's so quick with his hands.
Yeah, he's exceptionally quick with his hands. He's got good hand-eye coordination, and he anticipates so well. And he uses his hands. Everybody says don't use your hands on defense, but that's not. You got to use your hands. Good defenders use their hands, and man, he's got that mastered.
Pulls up, but he can't hit again. And it's controlled here by Antis. They just haven't been able to get Johnson going on their perimeter game going. That's a foul from behind against Mike Williams, the outstanding wide receiver of the Shaw football team. Picks up his 2nd, so now Crapel and Williams each have 2.
Yeah, they've got to get
William Lewis Jr. will replace Mike Williams.
They've got to try to get Cam. They got to get him to the rim and quit relying on the jump shots right now.
Bring it back out. Brennan White resets with Antis. Nice job to stay with it by Scott to get the block, but Trahan runs it down.
That was good anticipation by Trahan, not quitting on that offensive rebound.
Nice strong move by Terrell. He can't get it, but look at Trahan.
Yeah, he's playing with a lot of energy right now.
Stripped out of bounds, and Country Day will keep it. They'll get 3 shots here to convert with hustle. Trahan with 5 boards now to go with his 6 points.
Yeah, he's picked it up here the last minute.
He's a quick leaper, what I call.
Yeah.
He can get up really quickly. Brennan White. Oh, that's a wild pass, but a great job by Trahan to save it. Crosses over. Goes through 3 to get there, and he'll go to the line.
Strong move, but you can't. He's 40 feet out trying to get to the rim. Will he have any energy left in the fourth quarter? I mean, he's looking good right now, and that was a strong move.
That's on William Lewis. That's his second. So 3 Shaw players have 2 fouls each now, which has to be a bit of a concern for West Laurendale. Trahan with his first miss at the line. He's 4 for 5.
You know, maybe Shaw should go to the 2-3 zone or 3-2 zone here to protect their players. I know last night against Carr they did that. It was a smart move. You might see that here pretty soon.
Trahan's second is in. He's got 7 to lead all scorers, and a 5-point lead for Country Day. Minute 25 to play in the half. They've held the Eagles to 19 points. Straightaway 3. They just haven't hit any perimeter shots. Terrell with his 4th board. And they're getting 1 shot, and that's all consistently.
And typically that's what Country Day's known for. You know, their block out capability and their rebounding has always been stellar since.
Just look at this ball movement. That's beautiful. Good looking stuff.
Ball typically goes in when you make 4 or 5 passes and get a wide open shot.
Ibieta, the assistant, Nelson, and Country Day with its biggest lead of 8 points. Under a minute to play in the half. Moss doing a really good job against Johnson, making him work to get the ball. And then they're hedging on him with the double when they can. So he'll back it out with instructions to play for 1 shot, it appears. Johnson waiting as the game clock is down to 10 seconds now, so they'll double him to get the ball out of his hands wisely. They should have looked to get it back to him. Instead, baseline drive. That's a bump and an offensive foul. Great job to take the hit by Ibieta. And that's going to be against William Lewis, and he picks up his 3rd with 2.9 seconds left. Exactly what West Laurendale didn't want. This has been a...
Yeah, he's got to be smarter than that.
This has been a below average half for Shaw by far, by their standards, and Country Day playing, well, they're playing Country Day basketball.
That's
just
exactly
doing a great job.
I was going to say the same thing. This is Mike McGuire basketball. He's got all of his guys understanding their roles. And, you know, got a guy coming off the bench that really is the most valuable player in the first half.
Double dribble call with 0.7 seconds left. It's the only negative for Country Day is 11 turnovers here in the half. They can get a shot with 0.7 if you catch and release it right away.
There he is. He's got what they want. There
And he hit it.
That's a big shot.
Clock didn't run, but the shot's going to count. He definitely would have gotten it off. So count the basket for Cam Johnson as he found a way to get a little space to knock down his 6th point of the half, which takes us to halftime at 27-21. So that turned out to be a costly turnover on the double dribble.
Yeah, that could come back to haunt Country Day if we got a close game here. But you know, looking at the first half, typical Mike McGuire team. Got a guy coming off the bench that's your most valuable player in Ibieta, and then your star kind of takes the game over in the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. And then you have role players that are knocking down shots.
Well, thus far, they've done a really good job against Cam Johnson. I'm wondering how much last night took out of him. I interviewed him after the game last night. He was limping around after the game, for whatever that's worth, but I got a feeling he's going to come out on fire in the second half in terms of his intensity.
If you're not a real mature team and you don't have a ton of games under your belt, when I say a ton of games, I'm talking about, a team that's got, that has players that are playing 50 games in the summer in AAU, and then also, got 100 games under their belt with a lot of playoff experience. If you don't have a team like that, it's hard to come the next day after you play a team like Carr and understand that you can't waste quarters. You can't come out and play half speed, not play mentally tough, and expect to win. It's going to be a tough second half for Shaw, but they do have the star player that can get it done for them.
Honoring past state champions here from Country Day on the court at halftime. Of course, volleyball, just an incredible sport here at Country Day. And we were talking about it earlier. Country Day volleyball has won 13 of the last 14 state championships. You talk about a dynasty?
Yeah, Julie Ibieta has clearly built a dynasty, and what's scary is she might be working another 20 years. So you add 15 to 20 state championships to what they've already done, and that's just incredible.
Of course, Dana Lonnie out there as well. Dana's been with Julie every step of the way for so many years now, whether it's at University of New Orleans or here at Country Day. Just, again, anytime you have that valued staff member that you trust completely and know can do a great job, and you feel really good about where your program is and the direction of it. Now, this is the first of two semifinal games. The second semifinal to follow will get perennial power St. Thomas More against Archbishop Rummel. And what'll be an intriguing matchup because Rummel's been, for lack of a better term, down now for the last few years and experiencing a resurgence here this year. They've won 8 in a row coming into their game tonight. Of course, St. Thomas More with a Hall of Fame coach and Danny Broussard, who's, I've lost count of the wins, 1,100, whatever. It's been an amazing career and multiple state championships as well. And they looked really good last night, beating John Curtis Christian, who's an outstanding team. So we look forward to that matchup as well. But when you look at the first half thus far, let's go over the scoring. First of all, for Country Day, Brennan White with 3, Andrew Nelson with 5, Maddox Moss with 3, Jake Ibieta 4, Cam Terrell with 4, Philip Antis with 1, Jordan Trahan with 7. The Cajuns have made a trio of 3-pointers thus far. For the Eagles, Xavier Myers with 2, William Lewis Jr. with 2, Aiden LaSalle with 4, Jaden Scott with 2, Christian Crepel with 5, Cameron Johnson with 6. Just 1 3-pointer for the Eagles, and they've had quite a few looks from the perimeter. And that one make was by Crepel. So,
yeah, Shaw's got to recognize that their shot's not falling. And again, it goes back to, having that mature team. Get to the rim. Get to the rim, get easy buckets. Make sure you guys are you get some offensive rebounds, and make sure that you're shooting free throws. When you do that, doesn't matter if you're knocking down outside shots, but you can't live and die by the outside shot. Now, maybe they'll come out second half and be totally on fire and see the ball go through the hole and be a totally different team. But if you're just going to rely on it and it's not going in, you got to find another way.
Well, the question is, do they have the legs to be able to press full court and turn up that intensity? Because when they were able to do that, they created some opportunities. Defense turned into offense when they were able to do that.
Yeah, and the problem is if you play Carr, which takes a lot out of you, and then you got to press in the semifinal game. Okay, so you press and you win. Do you have anything left in the tank to even play in the final game? So, you know, it's not just managing this game, it's managing the final game also, thinking about that final game, knowing you got to win. But the way you win is very important.
And we want to remind you that tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. Lamarck Lincoln is the only Lincoln Black Label dealership in the market. It's more than ownership, it's membership. Must be a reason. And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by our good and great friends at the Ochsner Andrews Sports Medicine Institute, treating more than 30,000 athletes a year with innovative treatments for sports injuries. Visit oxnard.org/sportsmed to learn more. The 20th annual Country Day Classic. It's been a really good event for many years. They bring good teams in every year. Last year's championship we had for you here. We did the semifinals and the championship game a year ago. And, of course, last year's champion was Carr, as the Cougars knocked off Catholic of Baton Rouge in the championship game a year ago. In the game that we had here at CrescentCitySports.com, the Cougars knocked out by Archbishop Shaw in the quarterfinals this year, but they came back and won earlier today in the consolation round as well. And Taurus Howard, as always, has a solid competitive team. John Curtis Christian, they're 9-1 now. That's a good team under Bill Lewitt that you definitely want to keep an eye on, because I think that's a team that is going to have a serious chance to go deep. Remember last year, John Curtis reached the Division I state championship game. They lost a very close game to Scotlandville in the title game after Scotlandville beat Archbishop Shaw in the semifinals in Division I. Of course, things are a little bit different now, Timmy, where the playoffs are concerned, with the quote-unquote reconfiguration of the LHSAA, with more schools being declared select as compared to previously.
Yeah, I think you go from 11 or 13 schools in the Division I classification to 20 something. So it makes a big difference. I think the class that's really going to be tough is Division II. Division II has got some perennial powers in there. Got Shaw now in there. Going to really be that's going to be a interesting playoff in that division.
Yeah, it's kind of weird or unusual not to be talking about Archbishop Shaw in the Catholic League in Division I. I mean, people have to get used to it because you're still thinking about that, and that's not going to be the case. But you take Carr and you insert Carr into that league, so a different dynamic. And so far this year, Holy Cross is undefeated. That's been a very good story early on this year. They're undefeated, good team. I mentioned John Curtis with just one loss. Mentioned Carr's a tough team. Jesuits a solid team. Brother Martin's always a pretty solid team as well. Archbishop Rummel's obviously vastly improved over where it's been. So that league is looking pretty good this year. And by the way, all of those teams, with the exception of Brother Martin, will be participating in the All-State Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic coming up January the 4th through 7th, I think it is, at the Hilario Center.
Yes, and it's 5th through 7th.
5th through 7th.
And you know, speaking of John Curtis, because of what they did in the Sugar Bowl last year, we weren't surprised at all that they made a deep run in Division I in the playoffs. They really showed really well in the national division against out-of-state teams last year, and pretty much surprised everybody, but they proved to be a really good team moving forward. Going to be really good again this year too, as they started their season a little later than most people.
Interesting to see how Shaw starts off here in the second half. Just not the same energy or look that we saw last night in Country Day. As mentioned, playing Cajun basketball, and they've been the better side thus far with a 6-point lead here as we start the third quarter with Country Day in possession. Shaw with one player with 3 fouls, 3 others with 2 fouls. Keep that in mind. Propel's done a lot of guarding way out top against Terrell, and he does again and picks his pocket. Christian the other way, and he is fouled. He's tried to go up and dunk, got undercut. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Terrell picks up his second. So a turnover right away Scrippel really extends defensively, even with the two fouls against Terrell.
Yeah, Shaw needed that, but what they really needed after that steal was to get a layup as opposed to trying for a dunk. So,
and there's a missed free throw.
That's a killer. That's a 3-point swing.
2 for 3 from the line. And now 3 for 4 is Scrippel. And it's 27-22. Now they have Jordan Trahan handling the ball. First time we've seen that. Antis handoff. Fake up and under for a wide open look, but he traveled. Nelson hit the shot, but that's 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for Country Day.
Yeah, can't start off with turnovers. That's 2 so far in the third quarter.
14 in the game. Johnson works the right side of the floor. They're going to double him when they can. They do to get it out of his hands here. Nice dribble drive here. And boy, again, they just can't get the ball to fall. Terrell rebounds. Been that kind of night for the Eagles thus far. Wide open Antis. Offensive rebound. Terrell. Stick it in.
Strong two-handed. Rebounded that ball with 2 hands. That's big boy basketball right there.
And didn't bring it down either. Again, they double Johnson. He gives it up, and again, they can't hit the perimeter shot. Trahan's 6th rebound.
Real important for Shaw to go in 2, 3, 4 points down as opposed to 10. And
great job there by Scrippel. When I look at his steal, he was out of bounds, but a great effort there by Moss to save another potential layup.
You don't want to be down by 10 going into the fourth quarter against Country Day. They're very hard to beat if you're down by that many. So Shaw really needs to pick it up and have a good third quarter here.
Myers for 3. Boy, they just haven't hit anything. Trahan rebounds. And a foul.
That's a tired foul right there.
And that's going to work on Xavier Myers, and that's his 2nd. Ibieta will bring it inbounds, far side. Biggest lead has been 8 for Country Day. Good defense by Scrippel. Double Trahan, he goes underneath anyway.
Shaw did a good job denying the pass. You can tell Shaw looks tired right now.
Ibieta. William Lewis Jr. Cajuns back in transition. Nice job there, but knocked away. Nice anticipation by Maddox Moss.
Country Day's rotation, helping the helper, has been pretty good here.
And an offensive foul called here on the inbounds pass. That's going to go against Lewis, and that's his 3rd. Or rather, his 4th, pardon me. So, deep trouble here. He has to come out of the game. Mike Williams is in. Moss defeats the double team. Nice pass by Ibieta. Oh, in and out. But an offensive rebound, Antis. Country Day's just been a half step ahead all night.
Yeah, they have, and Ibieta's been the difference.
Good look. Another in and out. That should be Shaw ball, and it is off Ibieta.
And look who got the rebound now.
He almost had it.
Ibieta got his hands on it again. You just, as a coach, you love players like that.
They're just a little quicker and out hustling the Eagles, at least to this point. And Johnson's had a quiet 6 points on the dribble handoff game here. Extra pass, but patience, not looking to shoot. And it's just unusual to not see Johnson handling the ball because he normally handles it all the time, and he's not tonight. That's a block. Good call. Movement. 2 shots coming.
You got 3 Country Day guys on the ground.
Well, that's kind of typifies what they've done tonight.
Yeah, that's the effort and energy you want to see your team play with.
Aiden LaSalle at the line. He has 4 points in the game. Country Day about to send Brennan White back in. And LaSalle cannot convert. Some nights there seems to be a lid on the basket. That seems to be the case for Shaw tonight. Oftentimes that's a result of tired legs. Splits a pair. And a 6-point game at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Double team Trahan, and he turned it over, but they saved the possession. And a wide open look for 3. No. Long rebound, and again, Country Day will hustle, but this time nice save by Xavier Myers. Open shooter for 3, and again can't convert. Trahan's 8th rebound. He's dominated in that area. Of course, Country Day has completely dominated the boards.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Trahan on the run. Wild, no. Rappel threw it away. There's Johnson almost with the steal. Trahan to the baseline, and he's held.
Yeah, if you notice also, Country Day is forcing Shaw to play defense. And they're, when they're making those passes, it takes a lot. It's almost like body blows to a boxer. You're just taking the legs away from the opponent.
Third foul on Williams. By the way, Johnson goes and gets the board. He's going all the way. And he can't finish. Boy, it's just been that kind of night.
That's what he's got to do, though. Did a really good job avoiding a charge. But that's what he's got to do right now. And then later in the game, if you get it close, maybe that 3 goes in because you've elevated your energy.
He's just been unable to finish and control this game as he's accustomed to doing. He puts in his 7th point here.
Looks good on his free throws. He's got to get to the rim.
Well, he's a very good 3-point shooter, but tonight it's just no one is shooting the ball well for Shaw.
What do they have, 1-3?
1-3. Johnson trying to cut the deficit to 4, and he does. So even struggling as they are, they're only down 4 here. Just under 4 minutes to play in the third. Trahan will handle it out top. Nice block from behind by guess who?
He's got to be careful, though. He's got 3 fouls. He's got to be careful.
Well, Johnson doesn't. Johnson doesn't have 3 fouls. He's fine.
I thought he did.
No, he doesn't have any. Everybody else has 3 or 4, okay, or so it seems. Ibieta now handles it. As they keep exchanging ball handlers, does Country Day. Out top. Patience here. Mike McGuire yelling instructions as they open the floor up here. Jaden Scott guarding Ibieta.
So Coach McGuire right now wants to frustrate Shaw and wants to make them control.
Trahan attacks.
Good strong move by Trahan.
He's got 9, and the lead is 6. What a move, but he can't finish, and Trahan rebounds. Knocked away, it's on the floor. Trahan fights for it, jump ball coming. And the alternating possession is Shaw. That's 9 rebounds for Trahan. He's played with his usual tremendous energy.
Yeah, that's indicative of the energy you're playing with, and is by who's going to out-rebound the other team.
Wipe up the wet spot on the floor.
And Country Day's more willing to get on the floor, too. But you do see Shaw picking it up here now, though.
Johnson got to the rim that time.
Yeah.
Highly contested, but he finishes those shots more often than not. And we watched him play several times.
Let's see if he's going to, yeah, he's looking to get to the rim, so it's smart.
Country Day's defended him well. And that's not a surprise. Trahan guarding Crescent.
Oh, can't do that.
9th turnover for Shaw.
Yeah, those unforced turnovers just kill you. You know, it's only a 6-point lead by Country Day.
But it seems larger, doesn't it?
Yeah, Shaw's in good shape. You would think they'd be down by 15 right now,
yeah.
the way by the looks of how the players are moving.
Agree. Double team Trahan. Brennan White. Again, good spacing by Country Day. The clock winds down to 2 minutes to play in the third.
Shaw doesn't need to get impatient here.
There's a steal. And an easy layup for Mike Williams.
I think he's had what?
West Laurendale.
He's had 3 steals and finishes.
So Mike Williams able to get there. So West Laurendale immediately calls timeout. Shaw's at its best when it's extended its defensive pressure in this game. It's a great offense because their offense just isn't there otherwise.
Here's the mark of a good team, though, too. You're not playing well. You're in foul trouble.
Yep.
Ball's not going through the hole, but you're in striking distance.
Yep.
You know, that's a mark of a good team. And to be a great team, though, you got to come out. You got to be able to be mentally tough when you don't want to be, when you're tired, when you have no legs. Great teams can overcome that. They find a way. And we'll see if Shaw is going to do that here tonight. But, you know, Shaw's showing how good they are just by being in this game because nothing's gone their way.
Nope. And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Metairie Bank. At Metairie Bank, your success is personal to us. We've always been the biggest advocates for our customers and the community. Metairie Bank is locally owned and operated, built on the time-tested foundation of relationships and trust. Visit MetairieBank.com to learn more. Metairie Bank, member FDIC. Trahan being hounded, strong off the bounce though. Restart it. Ibieta not going to shoot that shot. Terrell couldn't find Trahan. Skip pass here. Again, just like their spacing. Always look for that. Look at that. You get the open look as a result. Brennan White with his second triple.
Yeah, you can't leave him open. He's too fundamentally sound. He's a good shooter. He's confident. Handles the ball really well. He doesn't know he's a freshman out there.
And a 7-point lead for the Cajuns as a result. At 34-27 and a timeout, Mike McGuire.
That was a big shot right there.
Yeah, this is not a game where points are coming in bushels. Points are valuable in this game, and when you get it up to 7 points, you make it a 3-possession game. That looms large in the grand scheme of this one, the way it's unfolded.
Yeah, Shaw's what they got to concentrate now on is they got to concentrate on scoring here, getting a stop, scoring again. If they can do that, they're in really good shape. And it doesn't have to be threes. You get two twos, and get a 2, a stop, and a 2, and then you've closed out the third quarter the way you want to.
Johnson will bring it up as we hit the 1-minute mark of the third quarter. 7-point lead for Country Day. They go away from Johnson here. Crescent threw it up, and it didn't go in. Nothing going in for Shaw. 7th rebound, Terrell. Trahan all the way. You're not going to stop that. No way, but it spun out. But look at Terrell. Just dominating the boards. I mean, they are crushing them on the boards. It's almost a 3-1 margin on rebounds right now.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
Johnson will get to the line as he attacked before the defense could get set, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's what he needs to be doing.
Foul works against Moss. His first. Johnson at the line. It's 4th team foul against Country Day. And he missed it.
That's legs right there.
Yeah, he just not the same player that we saw last night. Wise to back off the line there and collect himself.
Too many empty trips.
Missed them both. That kind of night. Country Day will keep it. (25-8) rebound edge for Country Day in this game.
Yeah, it's hard to win when you get dominated that bad.
Among money factors, that might be the biggest one in this game. Trahan for 3. Wow. $12 for Trahan and a 12-point lead.
Big shot for Shaw right there. Cam answered Trahan's.
Cam, third quarter.
Yeah, Cam answered Trahan with the 3 right there. That was a big shot.
Cam Johnson finally gets a 3 and gets to 11 points in the game and makes it a single-digit lead at 39-30 after 3. Yeah, you're right. As much as anything, it's the mental aspect to be at single digits rather than being down double digits going to the fourth quarter.
And for Cam to see it go through.
Yeah, to see it go through. But that's the way they have to play. They have to play fast if they want to find a way to come back and win this game.
Well, they're going to have to play desperate here in the fourth quarter. You know, they're going to have to leave it on the floor. And they're going to, they're going to have to not only speed the game up, they're going to have to be extra aggressive, which means some of their players are going to foul out. And you just got to be willing to play with your bench, knowing that everybody's just going to give it everything that they have, leave it on the floor, and see what happens. A lot of times when you do that, you see the ball go through the nets a lot easier from 3 when you just giving everything that you have.
Cam Johnson's played every minute as you expect he would. Jordan Trahan, much the same for Country Day. Trahan has 12. Johnson has 11. Fourth quarter begins. Nelson being hounded by LaSalle. Propel knocked it away. Terrell saves it against a double team, calls timeout.
Smart move.
So they
Smart
extend
call.
their defense immediately.
Good job by Shaw and good job by Country Day right there with the timeout.
Not wasting any time to get to
Terrell
that.
did a good job right there with the timeout.
And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. Lamarck Quick Lane services all makes and models, batteries, tires, oil changes, and more. All done quickly while you enjoy some popcorn. Must be a reason. So 39-30, early fourth quarter. Country Day got the timeout to maintain possession here with the 9-point lead.
Yeah, it's all about uncontested 2s, free throws, and seeing the ball go through the nets on the 3 now for Shaw.
So they discuss it as we get set to continue play here shortly. Got to expect that Shaw's going to play that way the rest of the way with pressure at every opportunity.
And Country Day's going to probably give up the mid-range. They're going to probably protect the rim, and they're going to deny Shaw their shooters from the 3. So, and you can look for Country Day to hold the ball here in the fourth quarter.
So here we go. Double team in backcourt. Spin it out of there. Johnson got a hand on it, but maintained possession. Smart not to take that shot. Double team though, and there's a steal by Propel.
That's a good trap.
Johnson up and under, can't convert. Trahan comes down with it, and he's on the run.
Yeah, big rebound by
And here he
Trahan.
comes.
He's playing hard right
Wide open three. Bam!
Big assist by Trahan.
Brennan White knocks it down. 12-point lead at 42-30. Dribble drive. Leaner. That goes in. For Aiden LaSalle, he's got 7. 10-point lead. Double team. Find Terrell. He's got a layup. And he missed it. But an offensive rebound. He'll stick it back in. On his way to a double with 10 points. 44-32. They've just crushed Shaw on the glass.
Yeah, body language for a Country Day is they can smell victory.
Whistle was on the floor, I believe. That's on Brennan White. Should be his second. Fifth team foul, so still not to the bonus situation. 2 more to get there. Found Johnson in the corner. Splits 2. Up and under move and got it.
Nice move.
Cam Johnson with 13.
Yeah, that was a nice move right there.
44-34 game. There's another layup.
Yep, that's what Country Day will do you. They're going to take layups, and that's pretty much all they're going to take here in the fourth quarter. Wide open layups. And
Johnson, nice drive. He'll get to the line. He's starting to have to take over this game.
That's what he should have done in the first quarter.
Maddox Moss commits his second. Johnson will shoot 2.
Johnson can get to the rim whenever he wants.
4 for 6 from the line. Now 5 for 7.
You want that clock stopped when you're scoring points, and Cam Johnson can do it for sure. Get in the game, get it down to 6, hit a couple threes, now you tied. They're right here. They're right in striking range.
Second one is in. So it's a 10-point game. 15 for Johnson. Country Day brings back Brennan White. He's got 3 3-pointers in the game. Country Day's made 6 3-pointers. Shaw with just 2. Full court pressure here again. Johnson pressuring the ball. Trahan under duress. Almost walked.
Yeah, looked like it.
Scramble drill, and Country Day maintains possession, and they'll spread the floor again. Three ball, that's well off. Johnson a rebound. They got Cam to give it up, and nobody's able to make a shot. Rappel with a hustle rebound, but he lost it. Still on the floor, goes out of bounds to Shaw. Well, that was a good hustle play by Crapel to keep that alive.
Yeah, it was. Shaw's playing with a little desperation here.
But, I mean, no one able to make a perimeter shot for the Eagles. Another open look there. Been that kind of night.
Yeah, right now either Cam Johnson or Crapel should be shooting the 3. Everybody else should be taking it to the rim.
Johnson off the dribble.
Nobody in there to rebound, though. That's the problem.
Trahan rebounds. He's got 11 rebounds in this game. Count them. Go with 12 points. They've got him chasing the ball now. This will really wear them out. Jump ball called here. They double team the basketball. And the turnover will give it to Shaw. $15 turnovers for the Cajuns. That's the only negative tonight for them. Ibieta will come back in for White.
Yeah, and that's the only way Shaw can win this game right now is turning Country Day over. Coach McGuire can feel the victory, and he knows that. He knows the only way he's going to lose is turnovers.
Shaw's got to look for quick offense now. Nice ball movement here. And finally, Xavier Myers. LaSalle the assist. And a timeout. Shaw cut it to 7 with 4:42 to play. Really good ball movement there. Of course, they've had open looks, just haven't been able to hit them.
Yeah, but if you'll notice too, Ken, on the open looks, they're shooting it from NBA range as opposed to getting close to the high school line. And that makes a big difference when you're in the third game of a tournament. You know, we used to harp on it all the time. You got to get by the line. You know, you might be able to make that on a one-game stretch. You might be able to make it in the first or second game in a tournament, but typically you can't make NBA threes consistently in the third and fourth game of a tournament.
Again, our second semifinal game will follow this one. We'll have that one for you at CrescentCitySports.com. The Archbishop Rummel Raiders and the St. Thomas More Cougars are coming up next. This year's event was split between two sites. They played games at Archbishop Rummel as well as here at Country Day. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. The Lamarck Pre-Owned has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models. We even have great deals for under $12K. There must be a reason. So with 4:42 to play. Full court pressure once again. Trahan, that's a good man to get it to. Hard drive, and he'll go to the line. He attacks.
Yeah, second half, he's decided he's going to get to the rim, and he's done a really good job.
Myers, the foul, is third. Trahan to the line to shoot 2. Trying to add to his 12 points thus far. Trahan is 5 for 6 from the line as well. If they make free throws down the stretch, they'll win the game. They being Country Day. And, of course, he misses the first. That's on me.
Yeah, ever since the 3-minute mark left in the second quarter, Trahan has really upped his game. Played with a lot more energy.
Second free throw. Missed them both. Myers rebounds.
That's the only way Shaw can get back in the game. Turnovers and missed free throws at this point, and Country Day so far is doing that. See, that's a little too deep for Shaw to be taking that shot.
IB had a rebound. Yeah, one shot, that's all. And now throw it away. I mean, Shaw's hanging around here. You know, they've never played well enough to feel like they could win this game, but here they are, still in this one with 4:10 to play.
Three possessions away. Go get you a 2 here and another turnover.
Well, they've got to play through number 3 here. I mean, they have to. With everything else struggling, they double and triple team him out top. Nice dribble drive. I mean, he creates the open shot, but that's an air ball. And Trahan's undercut by Johnson. Tried to hustle after it and picked up the foul. I mean, that was a wide open look, and it was an air ball. So, I mean, you can't shoot it when you're double and triple teamed, right? But Johnson has to keep trying to create here. That's all you can do. Yeah. Inbounds pass. Propel knocked it away. Smart to try to bring it back out top and reset here.
Got a trap in the corner. Shaw's going to have to trap in the corner when they give it up.
Nice hook pass for an open 3. Johnson runs it down. His third rebound.
Don't give it up. Get to the rim. There you go.
Nice leaner by Johnson. Timeout Shaw. He's got 17. And all of a sudden it's a 5-point game at 46-41.
That's what you got to do.
Well, I mean, he's got 17, but it's been quiet, right?
Yep.
I mean,
but that's good play. That's you know, great players that when they don't get that 35 points, you don't think they're playing well when they have 18 points because the expectation's so much greater.
Yep.
But for them to win here, he's going to have to score another, 10, 12, 15 points here down the stretch.
Yep. Well, it's got to be through him. I mean, that's...
Or he's going to have 5 to 7 assists.
Right, on a night where nothing is falling and nobody else is really scoring. LaSalle has 7. Crapel has 6. Country Day has players making threes, and Trahan strong off the dribble. And of course, they've, as mentioned several times, totally dominated in the rebound department. Going to have Trahan handle the ball. He's bumped and fouled. It's the right call. It's against Williams. So I think I want to say that's the 17th foul. So we'll see. I want to say that's the 17th foul, but it's not. It'll be the 6th, okay. So the 6th, and so Country Day will keep it in backcourt. Trahan will handle it. Double team, triple team. Good ball movement, and they'll shoot the 3 in and out. And Crapel battles to get it. What's the call here? They're going to call jump ball. Like Crapel wrestled it away, but they called the jump ball before that, and that's big because Country Day keeps possession.
I know Country Day has the open threes, but
Trahan off the inbounds pass, 14 for Trahan.
Yeah, big shot right there for Trahan.
And a turnover right away. So Country Day back in control here. All the way, Terrell, and one. Great move. And the Cajuns separate here. Terrell comes through big. He's had a huge game with 14 points and 9 rebounds.
And that's 5 fouls on him.
So Williams is gone with 2:32 to play. More importantly, Country Day's back up 9. For a moment there, Shaw within 5 had a chance. Looked like they got a defensive rebound, but got tied up. And since then, it's been all Country Day. But they've really been the better team here tonight.
Country Day showing something down the stretch here.
So here at the line, Terrell trying to complete a 3-point play. And can't get it. Crapel rebounds. That's way short. Crapel had it taken away by Ibieta. They're going to call a foul, I think, on Country Day here. That's on Trahan. Only his second. Both teams are in the bonus now, so Crapel to the line. This is what Shaw needs. Clock stopped and score points.
You notice Coach McGuire right now is going offense, defense.
Yes.
He's putting his best defenders on the floor when Shaw has the ball, and he's putting his best offensive players in when he has the ball. Smart coaching.
So here's Crapel in the 1-and-1. He's got 6 points in the game. Shaw goes defense for offense, bringing in William Lewis as well during the dead ball. And missed the free throw. And Trahan totally controls it. 12 rebounds for him. Country Day in control here. Trahan will go all the way. I thought he was knocked to the floor, but I guess he went down on his own. A turnover. Gives it back. Cajuns go defense again here with substitutions. Shaw goes offense. With substitution, they bring in Khalil Awagboro for the first time. So Awagboro checking in. With 2:09 to play, 9-point lead for the Cajuns. Johnson dribbling through 2, gives it up. Bury it. That's Howard Morrow. They just brought him in, and he knocks down a triple.
Yep.
Cam Johnson, the assist. It's 50-44, two-possession game. Trahan. Terrell. Antis, knocked away. Good anticipation there.
Shaw had a good shot there.
By Aiden LaSalle, but couldn't maintain possession. 1:45 to play. Eagles come back in with William Lewis for defense.
You know, the referee crew here is top-notch and has done a really good job in this game. You haven't noticed them out there.
I totally agree. That's a 5-second call, I believe. Or was it a timeout?
Yeah, I think
got a
they gave
timeout
him a
call.
timeout.
Yeah, timeout call for Country Day with 1:45 to play. Cajuns up 50-44. Both teams are in the bonus here. So if you don't get a steal within a fairly decent amount of time, if you're West Laurendale, you instruct a foul here.
Yeah, you got to be trying to put Country Day's lowest percentage free throw shooter on the line here.
Mm-hmm. So Cajuns will keep it underneath the basket when play resumes here. Jordan Trahan, 14 points, 12 rebounds in this game, and Cam Terrell, 14 points and 9 rebounds. And those two guys have scored it, and they've boarded it unbelievably well. And then you got Brendan White's got 3 3-pointers. Maddox Moss has one as well. So does Andrew Nelson. Both teams return. Country Day ball underneath. The big ticket here is just to get it in bounds. Going to put somebody on the ball here? Yeah.
Shaw needs the front.
Nobody on the ball here.
Cam's helping.
Got it inbound in good shape. Got him in a chase now. Terrell down low. We'll get a layup.
Country Day did a good job on that possession. Got
8-point lead.
Wanted.
Johnson double teamed. Has to get rid of it. Crapel, nice crossover. Nice flip shot by Crapel.
Good job right there by Shaw, not just settling on the 3.
Crapel with 8. But we're approaching 1 minute to play. And a foul will send Terrell to the free throw line. The foul committed by William Lewis Jr. So he's fouled out of the game. Second player to foul out for Shaw. Exactly what you suggested would happen a quarter ago. When you're behind, you have to play frantic defensively, and you're going to commit fouls. And here is Cam Terrell. He's had a big game. Leads the Cajuns with 16 points. He has 9 rebounds as well.
Yeah, he's had a really good game. Really productive for Country Day.
But he missed the free throw. Rebound to Myers. Need quick offense, and here's a 3-ball, and that's not going to go. And Trahan, of course, is there to board. And he's fouled.
And nobody there to rebound for Shaw. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. You know, shoot the 3's okay. All 4 guys have to go rebound.
Crapel commits the foul. His third. So, again, they got the open look and just can't hit. That's been the story of the night for the Eagles. They've had to live on the perimeter, and they can't rebound here tonight. Trahan misses, and look at this. Offensive rebound. Story of the night. Didn't have to shoot there. Now they wisely bring it out.
That was a big play right there.
That's Terrell. Johnson, the long-range 3 way off. Trahan, another rebound. Give him 15. Here's Terrell, and he's fouled. Country Day is going to advance to the championship game of its own classic.
Yeah, Trahan's been the difference here in the second half. He's pretty much dominated the boards, controlled the game offensively, made really good decisions with his ball handling and passing.
And Terrell's been terrific. I mean, look, he's at the line. He's got 18 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah, he's been big on the loose balls and the rebounds, for sure.
Can't hit the free throw. But with an 8-point lead, it's pretty safe with 26.3 seconds left.
I mean, that rebound, just the possession previously, the rebound was the difference in the game here. I mean, it was a 6-point lead, and now it's a 9-point lead, just because of Terrell's effort.
9-point lead. Terrell comes out to a nice applause here with 24 seconds left. Johnson finds another wide open shooter and again can't hit. Crepel is just grabbed and ripped to the floor from behind by Ibieta.
Yeah, just not Shaw's night shooting the ball for sure.
So Crepel to the line with 15.7 seconds left. Eight points for Crepel in the game. And can't hit it. Country Day can just run it out here. No need to shoot the ball, and there's no need to foul there either. Johnson may have felt like he was going to go try to dunk it, so he fouled him, but I don't think Trahan was going to try to score there.
No, he was pulling it back out.
And they smile about it. And now Trahan will go shoot. They're laughing at each other.
This is a big win for Country Day.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, very impressive. They're going to move to 11-2 on the year. That's short. They got to shoot free throws better, though. They really do.
They really, turnovers and free throws were not one of the strong points.
Well, they've missed 6 out of 7 free throws in the fourth quarter. Now make one. 15 for Trahan. 56-46. Got to shoot them better than that. Johnson makes about a 30-foot three-pointer to end the game. And the Country Day Cajuns are moving on to the championship game of their own classic with a 56-49 win over the Archbishop Shaw Eagles, handing Shaw its second loss. Shaw now 11-2, Country Day 11-2. So same records, and this was all about Country Day's performance tonight. They were just the better team here tonight.
Well, they had more energy. Their body language was better. I think to me what turned the game was when Ibieta came in off the bench in the first half, gave Country Day a lift, and then Trahan dominated the second half. That's really the difference in the game. And then Shaw's lack of being able to shoot jump shots and make shots didn't really give them a chance.
So a big win here for Country Day, 56-49 over the Shaw Eagles to advance to the championship game. Title game now tomorrow at 6 p.m. It's been moved up. We'll have that for you live on CrescentCitySports.com. We'll also have the third place game at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon, which we'll have live here on CrescentCitySports.com as well. Shaw will be in that game against the loser of this game. The winner, Country Day, will play the winner of this game, which is coming up next between Archbishop Rummel and St. Thomas More. Some final numbers from the game. For Country Day, Brennan White scored 9 points, all on three-pointers. Andrew Nelson had 5. Maddox Moss with 3. Jake Ibieta with 4. Philip Antis scored 1. Jordan Trahan, 15 points, 15 rebounds. Hello. And Cam Terrell, 19 points, 10 rebounds. Those two were just terrific and dominated.
I thought
inside.
I thought Brennan White was big for him. Also, the freshman for Country Day really was big. Made some big shots for him. Handled the ball. I thought he was pretty big for Country Day.
And then, of course, for Archbishop Shaw, Xavier Myers had 5 points. Mike Williams with 2. William Lewis Jr. had 2. Aiden LaSalle with 7. Christian Crepel with 8. Khalil Awagboro with 3. And Cameron Johnson finished with 20 points for the Eagles, but not nearly enough as Country Day wins at 56-49. As mentioned, both teams are now 11-2 on the season as we get set for the final game of the night, the second semifinal game between the St. Thomas More Cougars, the Archbishop Rummel Raiders. And this is an interesting matchup, too, because, again, we have a traditional power in St. Thomas More that's been there, done that so many times. 4-time state champion under Danny Broussard, who's just been a terrific coach for this program for so many years. And he has shooters all over the floor, and he's got a 6'8" junior center that's really good in Chad Jones. And it's our first look at the Rummel Raiders this year, and it's been a struggle for them over the past 4 seasons or so. But, boy, they've come out of the box and played totally different basketball this year. They're 10-3, and they've won 8 straight games coming into this one. So, obviously, a much improved team and a state championship coach in their own right in Scott Thompson, who, of course, won a state championship as the head coach at Brother Martin previously. So, you look at what's happened in the tournament thus far for these teams. Rummel, playing at home in their own gym, defeated North Lake Christian 71-36, and then defeated White Castle 70-46 in the quarterfinals to reach this point. St. Thomas More had a couple of battles against good teams, beat Sophie B. Wright by the score of 70-65 in the opening round, and then the Cougars beat a really good John Curtis Christian team 80-75 in the quarterfinals to get here. So Cougars used to playing against tough competition. Raiders have stepped up their game this year. Cougars are 11-2. Raiders are 10-3. So an interesting matchup here. And having watched St. Thomas More last night, they spaced the floor well. They got really good shooters. And as mentioned, they got a 6'8" player down low, where if you spread the floor and you get him one-on-one, it's going to be hard to guard Chad Jones. He's a good-looking player, and he's easy to spot out there with his size and his ability. But they've got really good shooter in Mouton as well, who just came through in a big way in their first game, Michael Mouton. But he's not the only shooter they have on their squad. And again, this is a program, St. Thomas More, that you're very familiar with, and you've seen them play for many, many years under Coach Broussard. Yeah,
you know, Danny Broussard, I've been able to coach against him for the last 25 years, and the interesting thing about Danny is he's been willing to change how his team plays. He devises his offense and defenses based around the talent that he has, as opposed to forcing them to play in a certain system. And so, you know, he's built a dynasty over there, and even when they're supposed to be down, they're still a really good program because, again, another program team. And, you know, the kids, they buy in. They like playing for him. He plays a lot of people. And you know, he's got another good team. You know, he's going to be a challenging matchup for Rummel. But Rummel's on the, you know, they're up and coming, and I know they got a couple of players from the river parishes that were really good biddy basketball players. So I'm not surprised that, you know, Rummel is coming out of the gates the way they are. So this should be an interesting matchup, and going to be a tall order for Rummel, but wouldn't be surprised that you know, they make this a close game and possibly could pull off the upset.
When you think of Archbishop Rummel and athletic success, you think about football and baseball, typically speaking, where they've had great teams and great success under some great coaches in those particular sports. In basketball, there was a time, though, when
in the 70s,
Rummel won 49 consecutive games and won back-to-back state championships under legendary coach Jim Robards, for whom their court is named after, with some unbelievable players. I'll never forget that team. They're 5 starters. They signed all 5 starters off that team to play college basketball, and they were some good back in those times. And then they've had success otherwise. I mean, they went to a state championship game in the 95-96 season under Rusty Jones. They've had numerous playoff appearances, but as mentioned, it's been tough in recent years. Scott Thompson took over. This is his 5th year on the job from Troy Holly, who did a solid job with that program too. And before that, Steve Alfonso was there. Mentioned Rusty Jones. They've had some pretty good success and good teams, but they haven't been that power that you would expect or maybe think that you would see. Of course, they play in a competitive league, but it's pretty interesting to see how they look tonight against a proven, established, tough, winning program. I think you find out a lot about them. And clearly Scott Thompson's done a very good job of getting his program to this point in time and to this level, because it's been a struggle in recent years for them. So I think when you look at this game, watching St. Thomas More, they want to play fast and get shots up, and they can shoot the threes. I think Rummel doesn't necessarily want to play like that. I think the first quarter will tell us a lot in terms of pace of the game and Rummel's ability to prove to itself we can play with a team like this. I think that's kind of what we're looking at here.
Yeah, you know, amidst the coaching profession, Rummel's always been known as the sleeping giant, and just tell it the way it is. And you know, everybody always expects Rummel to really be a dynasty, and they've had some troubles, and you know, now they're out of the gates in this season, so everyone's looking at this team to maybe kind of pull them out of the depths, and so far so good. And this is a great challenge for them. You're playing against a true blue program that has done it for 30 years, and you know, maybe Rummel can catch St. Thomas More sleeping a little bit, and maybe they can pull the upset. Rummel needs a victory like this to really get them over the top and get them where they want to be. I know all the fans at Rummel and the alumni want to see Rummel's basketball program be really, really good, and you know, maybe this is the team that can get back that thunder that they used to have in the 70s, and again, like you said, with Alfonso.
Well, they have a senior guard in Chase Marino, who's been a leader for their team this year. Kendrick Joseph, a sophomore, is a pretty good athlete too. You're going to see Jamar Jones, a sophomore forward at 6'4", who's done a nice job for them. You know, they're not a star team. I mean, they don't have that one player that goes out and gets them 20 points. They just do it collectively as a team. More so than having that star player. The last game was clearly about stars, about one on each side, although in that game it was all about Country Day having a second player emerge as a star in Terrell, who had a huge game to go along with Trey.
Well, Coach Thompson's team's all about defense and toughness. That's what he hangs his hat on. That's what he hung his hat on at Brother Martin, although he had some really good skill guys. It's going to be all about toughness and defense and making the game ugly. That's what this is going to be. And you know, that sometimes a skilled team has a tough time against teams like that. So this is going to be an interesting game.
Both coaches talking pleasantly. They know each other for many, many years now. It's also good to visit with Ricky Broussard, a good friend and good man. Ricky Broussard's another really good basketball man. He's, of course,
that's Danny's
brother, and I had a chance to talk to Ricky for a while last night. It was really nice talking to him and visiting with him. Just a good guy, and had a chance to do a couple of games with him in years past too, and thoroughly enjoyed that too. So both teams are finishing up their warm-ups here. Rummel and St. Thomas More. Looks like Rummel will be the home team here tonight, wearing white, and St. Thomas More in their navy blue look this evening. So that's the makeup. Of course, as mentioned, Rummel is one of the host teams for this tournament. This year, they split it up. They didn't play every game here at Patrick Gymnasium. They played part of the bracket at the Archbishop Rummel Gym, Nelson Smythe Gymnasium, over not far away, both schools in Metairie. So they did that to expedite the process, and it's worked out well. And what do you know? Both host schools in the semifinals, and one of them, Country Day, is in the title game. So
right.
Can Rummel do the same here? Raiders will be adorned in their white uniforms tonight. White numerals, which are outlined, and they have the red Raider R on the shorts to go along with the Columbia blue. St. Thomas More in their navy blue with the white accent and trim. We'll get the starting lineups here momentarily to get you going here this evening. Kind of know what to expect from St. Thomas More, having seen them play last night. And they have the ability to go 9 or 10 deep. But we expect to see the same starters that they utilized last night in this game, which we'll have introduced here momentarily. Glad you're with us on this Thursday night. I wonder if it got cold yet. No, it's supposed to. Wasn't really the case when we got here earlier, but we know the beast is on its way, so to speak. And we're glad if you're inside and watching. We're so happy to have you with us. We're nice and toasty here at Patrick Gymnasium. No issues when it comes to weather here whatsoever. So we wait for the introduction of the starting lineups and then to get things started here this evening. Or they might not even have introductions. The way it's looking, they're just going to put players on the floor from what we're looking at this point. I think we're waiting on a PA announcer, frankly. I don't see anybody down there. I think that's what everybody's waiting on here. We have a scoreboard operator, but we don't have a scorer and a PA announcer. So the coaches are looking around right now trying to find out. Don't know where they're at. So just waiting to see when that transpires. See Mitch Johnson here. So many coaches come out to watch this. You just talked to a coach up here. It's a pretty good one too, right?
Yeah, Errol.
Well, Errol Goff.
Errol Goff is one of the premier coaches in the state, no doubt about it. And he won state champion at Hannon. Mm-hmm. And again, that was a program that nobody gave a chance at being any good. And he took them when they were totally in the ditch. And 3, 4, 5 years, won a state championship last year. So
we're waiting for a book operator, waiting for a PA announcer. The clock wound down and nobody home to take care of that. Now, Country Day just played the last game, and their people have been dealing with this, and I wonder if that's the issue. But we're finally getting 1 or 2 people situated here. I don't think there's going to be introductions. I think we're just going to play here. They have been introductions for every other game, but I guess not for this one. So we'll have to set the players for you for both teams here, and we'll do that here momentarily. Rummel's going to go with Chase Marino, Darius Davis, Tim Dewey, Jamar Jones, and Chance Joseph. St. Thomas More will go with Peyton Pratt, Mason Guillory, Michael Mouton, Elijah Guidry, Chad Jones. We're underway. Jones wins the tip, and St. Thomas More has it with Guillory. Rummel opens man-to-man. 3-ball right away. There you go. That's what they do, and they do it so well. And that's Mouton, who was fantastic in the first game. Scores right away. Here's a nice pass down low, scored for Rummel. Well done in transition.
Yep.
Chase Marino converts. That's a 3-2 game. A little full court pressure from the Raiders. Guillory across the timeline. Works against Dewey. Nice drive to the baseline. Cut off.
Good help side by Darius.
Must extend on all their shooters. St. Thomas More can score it continuously. That one's short. Rebound of the Raiders and Darius Davis. Raiders slow it up now. St. Thomas More setting up in his own here. Got the look for 3. Got it. Chase Marino, he's their captain. And as I said, he's been their leader and their leading scorer.
Yeah, nice shot, and that was deep.
Gives Rummel a 5-3 lead at the 6:50 mark. Good pick to get him into the front court. Jones from high, that's no good. But an offensive rebound up and under, no good. Rebound Joseph. And STM going with a 2-3 zone here.
Yeah, Danny Broussard has guess about 8 years ago, started playing the zone.
Off the defensive rebound, Guidry.
Nice bounce pass
Jones
right
foul.
there.
That's a good foul there because Jones is likely going to lay it in at 6'8".
Yeah, nice bounce pass. Rummel's got a couple of really good-looking kids as far as strength. Nice bodies, thick.
Darius Davis gets the foul. And at the line, here's Chad Jones coming off a big game last night. The 6'8 junior center buries it.
Nice soft touch for a big man.
I was going to tell you, he shoots the ball well for being a big, having watched him last night. Brick that one. Joseph rebounds. In a 5-4 game. Open look. Out of bounds to Rummel. Well, they worked hard underneath. Didn't let Jones get the board. Raiders maintain possession. Dewey will bring it in bounds. Has to go way out top to Marino. You stay in that zone. Nice pass down low.
Yeah, it's a good job getting the ball into the paint.
Jamar Jones finishes for the Raiders. And a 7-4 lead for Rummel. 3 ball, left corner, offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. Third time the charm, you bet. Guillory scores it.
Yeah, St. Thomas More right now is beating Rummel on the offensive rebounding side. Rummel's going to have to do a little bit better job defensively rebounding it.
A 7-6 lead here for the Raiders. Dewey elected not to shoot that one. Looks more like a 1-3-1 now. They switch it up.
Coach Broussard, that's the way he's going to change his defense. He's going to go half court, he'll go 3 quarters, and he'll just play
nice ball
straight.
fake. Bam.
That was a good-looking shot right there.
Boy, Chase Marino out of the box. I mentioned he's their best scorer. He's got 8 points already.
That came out of his hand smooth.
10-6 lead.
Good rotation on the ball.
Baudouin to the hole, and he's fouled before the shot.
Rummel's doing a good job loading the box. They're playing inside out on defense to get to the shooters.
Fouls on Marino is first.
They're trying to prevent the drive into the paint. And so they're loading the box and really did a good job right there. They funneled him into the paint to take the charge and just got called for the foul.
Nice hands there by
good
the
job.
Raiders. Kendrick Joseph.
Got in the passing lane, did a good job right there.
Jones has to go catch it out high. Being guarded by Darius Davis. Good spin. Strong move. Can't finish. Dewey rebounds.
Nice job.
Nice pass. Marino scores again. What a game he's having. 10 points already. And it's 12-6 Raiders. Peyton Pratt. This is Mouton, great shooter. He walked.
Yeah, Rummel's causing some disruption here. They're disrupting St. Thomas More's offense.
Guillory back in for St. Thomas More. Raiders have doubled them up at 12-6 early on. 3:38 to play in the first.
Three-quarter.
1-2-2 zone trap. And had it taken away. St. Thomas More gives you so many different looks. They're going to say 2-shot foul. A little bit of a continuation there. Look like Dewey committing the foul. His first. So 2 free throws are coming. Manuel Willis came off the bench with a big game last night. Good shooter, knocks down the first. Jamar Jones back in for Rummel. Willis with his second, nothing but net on both in a 12-8 game. And some full court pressure. They'll stick with that 1-2-2 zone trap. It worked last time. He's knocked out of bounds. That's got to be a foul, and it is against St. Thomas More. And it's going to work against Hayes Regard. His first. Team's first. Yeah, they keep switching up in this zone, giving you different look. Rummel has to identify, get players positioned properly. Patience. Looks like they have an idea what they want to do here. Marino, of course, has been their man. He handles it way out high. Nice inside out. Good ball movement here. Got to look for Marino. Passed it up. They passed up another one. Bounce pass down low from the corner. They're going to call a foul against the Raiders. That's going to work on the positioning against Jamar Jones, his first. That's 14 fouls on Rummel already.
Well, you expect Rummel to, because of the philosophy that Coach Thompson has, you expect them to foul a little bit.
Denham Smith checks in for the Raiders for the first time. Smith, a 6'1" junior. Full court pressure by Rummel now. And where's the 5-second call? There it is.
Yeah. See, that's a good job. Going to get a couple fouls on you, but they're going to be physical. They're going to body you up.
Both coaches here, good chess match, switching things up quite a bit early on. Jaden Martin in the game. Outstanding running back for the Raiders in football. Against zone, and they're not extending. You don't have to rush anything. No shot clock in high school basketball. Yeah,
Rummel's got the lead, so they just need to take a good shot here.
Picked up his dribble, finds Marino. Wisely dribbles back out high. 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Kendrick Joseph. And that's careless.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Second turnover for Rummel, each team with 2. Dewey will check back in. And he'll replace Martin.
Yeah, when they're playing the passive zone like that, you can't have unforced turnovers. Rummel's done a good job here in the first quarter.
Nice pass. Stripped away, though. Good defense by Rummel.
Yeah. Rummel's the stronger team here right now.
It's a good job by Kendrick Joseph. Inside out look here. Back rim, long rebound, and this could be a breakaway.
Did a good job right now not bringing the ball down for the strip.
Guillory comes up with it and scores and cuts the deficit to 2. In the 1-2-2 zone trap. Got the numbers now, but go inside out instead. Nope. That's where you want to take it to the hole when you got the numbers. Didn't do it. Beck with the rebound, and now St. Thomas More can try to take the lead. Jones might have walked.
Yeah, looks like he
spins and he draws the foul. He'll shoot 2 on the foul against Denham Smith, his first. It's 5 team fouls on Rummel already, so St. Thomas More figures to be shooting quite a few free throws here in the first half.
And usually St. Thomas More is a good free throw shooting team, so you got to be careful with putting them on the line.
Yeah, good shooting team, period. Chad Jones now 2 for 3 from the line. Rummel puts Darius Davis back on the floor. St. Thomas More puts Elijah Guidry back on the floor. Jones will shoot for the tie here. Short. Jamar Jones with the board, a 1-point game. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. And full court pressure again, even off the missed free throw. Oh, they had something, but again, look at
nice job right there.
Nice pass. Really nice pass.
Nice finish right there by
Jamar Jones. Makes it a 3-point game. Now 20 seconds to play in the quarter. Got the high screen. Passed up the shot. Jones will shoot for the tie. Yes, sir. He's 6'8", and he can do that. Chad Jones with 5 points. We're tied at 14. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. 3 seconds, 2. Darius Davis gives Rummel the lead at the buzzer. Good quarter of basketball, Tim.
Yeah, that was. It was, Rummel didn't score it. It was, Rummel scored 12 points with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Didn't score again until the last 20 seconds. So for them to have the lead here, that's pretty impressive. And I think the physicality that Rummel's playing with right now in defense has disrupted St. Thomas More's flow on offense. So if Rummel can keep this up for 4 quarters, they're going to have a shot to pull the upset.
You impressed with what you've seen?
I am. I think defensively, I think Rummel's doing a really good job. I think playing against the zone is probably helpful for Rummel. The size right now is not affecting Rummel, and I think Rummel seems to be physically stronger than St. Thomas More right now. But, we got 3 quarters left, and we're going to see if St. Thomas More's size has an effect on Rummel.
Second quarter begins here. The 16-14 lead for the Raiders. So, Raiders will bring it in bounds here. Tim Dewey will handle those duties here. And here comes Rummel offensively. Davis. Strong drive, blocked, and he'll shoot 2. Well, it's a strong move by Jamar Jones. He'll get to the line, use his body well to shield Jones, who commits his first foul. Only the second team foul against the Cougars. At the line is Jamar Jones to shoot a pair. Jones with 4 points in the first quarter. Go along with a rebound. And makes the first. So Jones with 5 points now. Second one spins out. Lane violation, so he'll shoot another. So Jones gets a second chance to convert here. He's got 5 points already. And Jamar puts it in. He's got 6. Raider lead is 4. The 7:48 mark. Open look for 3. That's off. Darius Davis. Dewey off the catch. Lane is there. Ball fake. Davis throws one up wildly. One of the rare force shots by Rummel in this game. Hillary the board. What I mean by that is Rummel's really taking good shots in this game.
Yeah, they've been patient on offense, and they need to. You know, they have the lead. There's no reason to be in a rush.
Dewey got knocked down, got hit in the nose. No call, and he gives up a 3 as a result. Boy, that stings, doesn't it? Mouton, great shooter, hits the 3, and it's 18-17. Well, it was a no call there.
Right.
And it cost him. He was on the floor when the 3 was hit. Mouton's a great shooter. Speaking of shooting, Darius Davis playing well.
That's a big shot for Rummel.
He's got 5, and it's 21-17. Good answer. Full court pressure. Rummel gets the steal. Dribble drive. Nice spin. That's a rejection by the big man. And a save. Chad Jones with a big block there. But now a turnover. Dewey wisely holds it up. Jones will take the 3. Nobody wanted it. Darius Davis says, I'll take it. Another 3. That doesn't go. Jones rebounds. Got it to the rim. Finish it. Elijah Guidry with his first 2. And it's a 2-point game. A 1-point game, rather.
So St. Thomas More is going to man, playing a defense that they probably don't want to play.
Good penetration for Dewey. Can't hit the three, though. Here comes Guillory. Trying a chance to give the Cougars the lead. Find the open shooter, their best shooter. Guess what? He's not going to miss. Michael Mouton with his third triple. St. Thomas More up by 2. Boy, can he shoot.
Yeah, Rummel's got to be careful trapping because you're leaving guys open.
Here come the Cougars the other way. Mouton hits the floor, saves it. Dribble drive, put it up, and a foul. 2 shots coming. This thing's starting to tilt a little bit toward the Cougars here.
Yeah, Rummel's got to be careful. They don't let the game get out of hand here, get away from them.
Davis's second foul, first player with 2 fouls. Wes Mouton can really shoot the ball, man. He knocked out, 5 last night? He's got 3 in this game already from three-point land.
If you give St. Thomas more open looks from the 3, they're going to knock a lot of them down. So
Peyton Pratt with his first point. St. Thomas More with matches its biggest lead here of 3 points, trying to stretch it to 4.
When you trap St. Thomas More, you're going to leave open shooters. So it's hard to trap them.
Missed the second, but there's an offensive rebound, Mouton. And guess who? Michael Mouton with his 4th triple. He's dominating.
Yeah, that's impressive.
12 points, and it's 26-20. St. Thomas More is on a 9-0 run, and Rummel needs a break here.
Well, Rummel's pretty much dominated the game up until the last minute, and St. Thomas More is just now they're shooting them out of the gym. They're getting open looks, and they're going to knock them down, and just got to be careful when you trap. You can't leave shooters open.
Well, Mouton had 6 3-pointers against John Curtis and scored 27 points. He's already got 4 3-pointers in this one, and he has 12. And he's all that.
So you can't leave him to help.
Boy, I mean, he's that good. I mean, he's as good a shooter as you're going to find anywhere in Louisiana. Just having seen him for 2 nights, that's an easy comment to make. It's not just about him making shots. It's the way he looks. And he's got the size. He's 6'3". He's a junior.
And he's confident.
I mean,
he knows he's a good shooter. And to be a great shooter, you got to know you're a great shooter.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line is you got to know the ball's going in the hole. When it leaves his hands, he knows it's going in.
Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. Lamarck Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in the Metro New Orleans market. Must be a reason. Jones elected not to attack. To Davis, who will take the 3 and hit it. Darius Davis has 7 points. Jones the assist, and Rummel cuts it to 3. Have to identify Mouton where he's at, right there at all times. 3 ball off the pass from Mouton. Great rebound by Mouton, and he'll go to the line. He's a player.
Yeah. He's kind of doing it all right now.
Marino gets his second. That's a key item for Rummel. Their leading scorer has 2 with 4:22 to play in the half. Scott Thompson not making a move. He's going to leave him in.
Yeah, he's a senior. He's your leader. He's your captain. So you hope that he knows he can't pick up his 3rd in the first half. So hopefully he won't put himself in that position where he's got to pick up a foul.
Mouton with 13 is 27-23. Cougars by 4. Strong move, can't finish. Nicholas Beckwith with the board. Beckwith gets it back. Nice pass. Couldn't handle it cleanly, though, and threw it away. That's a 3-second violation anyway. The turnover for the Cougars. Well, turnovers have been at a minimum in this game, unlike the last game. We've only seen 8 total thus far. Both teams doing a good job of taking care of the basketball.
Rummel's had some offense from Darius Davis, and now they've taken him out, giving him a blow, but need to be getting him the ball.
Real good athlete, real good football player.
got to be looking for their captain now.
Jaden Martin in the game. There's a nice pass down low. And Jamar Jones uses his body really well. And he'll go to the line on the foul by Rigard, his second.
Good ball movement by Rummel there against the zone. Patient, swinging it back to the weak side, and got big man on the roll. I mean, he's a load in the paint.
And he hits the free throw.
Nice soft touch.
He's playing well. 9 points for Jamar Jones. And it's 27-26 Cougars by 1. Rummel extending its defense. There's Mouton. And he is traveling. Great defense. Really good position defense played there by Joseph. And a traveling violation gives it back to the Raiders, who have a chance to retake the lead.
Yeah, Joseph is right up underneath them, chesting up and really being disruptive.
Full court pressure. They trap in the corner. Marino bumped and fouled. That's on Guillory. It's only the 4th team foul against St. Thomas More, whereas Rummel's already committed 7. Raiders keep it in the backcourt. Really getting physical with Marino. They're elbowing and knocking him around. Double team here. Got it out of there to Jones. Nice understep move. Jamar Jones.
With the Euro move right there. He's a man now.
11 points for Jones. Rummel takes a 28-27 lead.
He's a man.
And there's Jones to clean it up. Nice pick. Can't hit it though. And Chad Jones the board. Here come the Cougars on the run. Raiders back defensively though. Find a shooter in the corner. Yes, sir. Mason Guillory. They got so many shooters. And it's 30-28 Cougars back on top.
Yeah, you got to know who's in the game right now. Guillory's probably their best shooter.
Marino has it knocked out of bounds by Willis. Raiders will come back with Darius Davis and with Tim Dewey. Jaden Martin will leave along with Jamar Jones. What a stretch for Jones. They'll go small now.
So Rummel's just got to know Mouton's on the bench and Guillory's their guy now.
Boy, Marino was bumped there, in and out. Rebound, Chad Jones. Good job there by Dewey to hustle and
good
knock it
hustle
out of
right
bounds.
there. Dewey's a scrappy player.
Jones runs it down in the corner. Guillory out high. Pratt. Dribble drive. Got to the paint. Nice pass. Beautiful job. Hayden Pratt knocks it down. St. Thomas More back up 4. And now a whistle, and we're going to get a foul called here. So this one going to work against Hayes Rigard.
That's 3 fouls on him.
They called it on who? For Rummel, and a guy that you can't afford to have sitting down for any extensive period of time. So Raiders will have it in front court, but now they're without Davis with 3 fouls the rest of the half. Or he's still in there. He's going to pop a 3. That's an air ball. Effort to save it, but Chad Jones gets it. He'll be tied up though. And the alternating possession arrow goes to St. Thomas More. So interesting that Davis is still on the floor with 3 fouls.
Well, it was Marino that they called that foul on.
Oh, okay, it was Marino. So if it's Marino, he's got the 3.
Yep.
Long pass here. Dewey chased him. We'll get another tie ball, I think. Yep. That'll go to Rummel on a turnover. Just impressed. Really impressed with the hustle of the Raiders in this game.
Yeah.
They play very hard.
They're playing hard and they're physical and
St. Thomas More, though, a 4-point edge here. Just over a minute to play. Nice pass down low. Good fake. And Davis will head to the line. He drew the foul on Guillory. That'll be his second. Good ball fake. So here's Davis, who's played very well. 7 points in the half. Trying to chip into this deficit. And does. Has another coming. Missed that. Offensive rebound, though. And out of bounds. Jamar Jones almost stole a possession for Rummel there, but not quite. So 1:04 to play in the half. St. Thomas More by 3. Raiders will press full court. And they're going to go home run pass. Beautifully done. Can't do it better than that, and he missed it. Yes, you can. You can finish it. He did not finish it. What a pass that was. Dribble drive. What a strong move. Darius Davis explodes to the hole, and he'll go to the line with a chance to tie the game.
yeah, that was an explosive move. Strong move. He's been really big for Rummel in the first half.
Davis with 10, and he looks to tie the game here. Rummel comes back with Chance Joseph for Jamar Jones.
Jamar Jones has been big for Rummel in the first half. Coach Thompson should be really pleased with him.
Davis cannot tie it. Chad Jones rebounds his 4th. 48 seconds left to play in the half. Cougars see what they elect. Oh, they're going to shoot it here because guess who? Oh, in and out. I was going to say they might hold it, but not when you get that look for that shooter. Davis rebounds. Rummel now with a chance to take the lead. Well, the Raiders play for one shot. 30 seconds left. Doesn't look like it. Dewey in the corner. Nice dribble drive, and he scores.
Move right there.
Tim Dewey is first 2. Rummel up by 1, 33-32. 15 seconds left in the half. Down A, working the dribble. Willis with 5. They go to Mouton. Jones down low, knocked away, but now taken, and it's kicked out of bounds as the half comes to a close. What a first half we've had here. This is a good game. And at the half, Archbishop Rummel 33, St. Thomas More 32. Well, we wondered before the game, could the up-and-coming program play with the established program? We got a definitive answer there in the first half.
Yeah, Coach Thompson should be pleased with his players. He's got some good-looking players. Rummel, good first half. 33 points. Got to be happy with the play of Jamar Jones. Got to be happy with the play of Davis. He got his leader sitting on the bench with 3 fouls. Played 8 guys in the first half. Really got to be pleased with his team. He's got some good-looking players, and really should be happy. I mean, they gave St. Thomas More all they wanted in the first half. Now all they have to do is keep the intensity that they played with in the first half, play with it in the second half, and go to Jamar Jones. St. Thomas More has had a lot of trouble against him, and they can get him, play through him. He can kick it out or go to the hole. St. Thomas More is going to have a tough time dealing with him in the second half.
And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Ochsner Andrews Sports Medicine Institute. Get the same sports medicine care the pros receive with minimally invasive treatments and quicker recovery times. Visit oxnard.org/sportsmed to learn more or schedule an appointment near you. So halftime here with Archbishop Rummel leading St. Thomas More 33-32. The winner of this game plays for the Country Day Classic Championship tomorrow at 6 p.m. against the host Country Day Cajuns. In case you missed it earlier, Country Day defeated Archbishop Shaw 56-49 to advance to the title game. The third place game will be at 4:30.
As a reminder, ladies and gentlemen,
and we'll have that game for you live here on CrescentCitySports.com at 4:30. And then we'll have the championship game following at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. So that's the setup for tomorrow. Both of those games here on CrescentCitySports.com. We look forward to bringing those to you. Well, this first half has really been closely contested from the start. As you look at the way this game has unfolded, we've had 5 lead changes in the game thus far to go along with a tie and a few mini runs of sort, but nobody's really pulled out to any sizable lead in the game to this point. At one point, it was a 6-point lead for Rummel in the first half, and so each team has had a lead of 6 points in the first half. A few spurts, but nobody's been able to lengthen it beyond that. Every time when Rummel got out to a 6-point lead, St. Thomas More responded with a run to tie it, and when St. Thomas More got out to a 26-20 lead, Rummel came roaring back from that and went on a nice run of its own, a 5-0 run. They got back to the lead. Then St. Thomas will recapture the lead, and then Rummel takes the lead right at the half by the score of 33-32. We look at the first half scoring in this one. Peyton Pratt for St. Thomas More has 3 points. Manuel Willis has scored 2. Mason Guillory has put in 7 points. 2 points for Elijah Guidry. Chad Jones with 5, but all of those came in the first quarter for the big man. And then Michael Mouton has been the man for the Cougars thus far, as Mouton has scored 13 points to lead the way for Country Day. So that's the scoring for the Cajuns in the first half, with Mouton leading the way with 13 points thus far. Taking a look at the scoring for Archbishop Rummel in the first half, Tim Dewey has scored 2 points. And then you got 3 players in double figures, as only 4 Raiders have scored in the game. Chase Marino has scored 10. Darius Davis has scored 10. And Jamar Jones has scored 11. So 3 players for Rummel have scored 31 of their 33 points thus far. And they have themselves on top here, 33-32. So I guess at this point, are you a little bit surprised, or is this somewhat of what you expected?
I'm surprised that Rummel withstood the barrage of threes. They could have, when St. Thomas More took the lead, they could have wilted and gone away. And they showed a lot of resolve and a lot of toughness. And I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Rummel. Looks like they got a team of fighters. And if I'm Scott Thompson, I'm excited about going into district with this group that he's got right now. And actually, he's got St. Thomas More right where he wants them to win this game. And again, if they can do what they did in the first half, they're going to have a shot to win this game.
Well, it's certainly been a game thus far where the teams have gone back and forth, and they've done a great job on both ends. And, of course, as mentioned, Michael Mouton has shown you exactly what he's all about in the first half with 4 3-pointers and 13 points. Chase Marino got off to an electric start for Rummel, scored 10 points quickly. And then Darius Davis picked him up with 8 points in the second quarter. And Jamar Jones had 7 points in the second quarter. Well, interesting for St. Thomas More, the big man, Chad Jones, he got off to a pretty fast start with 5 points, but he hasn't scored since the first quarter. They've got to get him more involved.
Well, he's having trouble with that big body of Jones. And I'll tell you this, St. Thomas More is going to probably go to another level here in the second half. And Rummel is just, what they have to do is they just have to raise their play a little bit to match it, and then they'll have a chance. But you got to expect a program like St. Thomas More to bump their level of play up a little bit. And the problem with St. Thomas More is they got so many shooters. And you can't just shut down 2 guys. You've got to account for most all the players. But you can't let Guillory or Mouton, go off on you either.
Second half coming in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes or so. And again, it's 33-32 at the half. Once again, to reset what's happening tomorrow. Change in times. They've moved everything up to allow people to travel properly because you've got teams that are here from out of town. And tomorrow, the third place game will now be at 4:30 in the afternoon, and we'll have that for you live here on CrescentCitySports.com. Third place game will feature Archbishop Shaw against the loser of this game. And then we'll have the championship game immediately following at 6 p.m. between the Country Day Cajuns and the winner of this game here this evening. Again, you can watch both games live and via replay, always free through CrescentCitySports.com. We salute Chip Merritt, Matt Merritt, for taking care of us here tonight. Doing a great job, as they always do. We're greatly appreciative of the job that they do on a continual basis. We actually have all of our contributors getting together tomorrow for a year-end luncheon, and always appreciate everyone that helps make what we do possible here on Crescent City Sports and through our radio shows on Nash Icon 106.1 FM. And we even marry it to our friends at Friday Night Football with Daniels and Company, who we partner with also. Second half set to begin, and St. Thomas More will have it to start the second half. Peyton Pratt will bring it in bounds, and we're underway. This is Guillory pushing it against Dewey. Back to Pratt. Man-to-man defense for Rummel here. It's Mouton. Chad Jones. Nice job on the defensive end. Racing to the hole and missing the layup. Jones rebounds. A big miss there. Play such good defense and can't convert. That's a foul. See if they call it on the floor or not. It works against Joseph. Going to say it was on the floor. NBA, a different animal. Rummel denying, aren't they? Stepping into those passing lanes. Alley-oop, beautifully done. And Chad Jones converts. That's one way to get him involved. And St. Thomas More recaptures the lead. Jones with 7. Nice set play there for St. Thomas More. Darius Davis in and out. Nice offensive rebound. Put back Joseph.
Chance Joseph did a good job right there on the offensive putback and offensive rebound.
Back to a 1-point lead for the Raiders. The 6:50 mark. Open shooter from the corner, and you cannot leave St. Thomas More shooters. Peyton Pratt, he's got 6. They've got so many shooters all over the floor. And there's a steal. Good job by Dewey to hustle. He's a hustle guy.
He's
every team has to have one of those, man.
He's one of those coaches' dreams. Coaches love those kind of guys.
Cougars with the lead and the ball. Post up Mouton on the box. Nice double team, but he'll score anyway. He's such a good shooter. And he's long enough at 6'3" to get that shot. And a 4-point lead for the Cougars. Davis finds Dewey. In and out. Good job to hustle. It's going to save Rummel a possession by jumping on the floor there. Coaches love that.
Tell you what,
Darius Davis
has got a great first step. It's long, it's explosive. He's low to the ground when he takes it.
Dewey to bring it in. 4-point lead for the Cougars. Feed the post. Oh, what a spin move, but he got help and got fouled. That's a heck of a spin move by Jones. He would have scored the layup were it not for the foul on the help defense by Pratt.
Yeah, good footwork. St. Thomas More is having trouble with him. Go to him every time down, play through him. Play inside-out basketball right now with him. Jones is impressive looking.
12-point for Jamard. Cuts the deficit to 3. And buries the second. A 39-37 game. Jones will get a blow. Denham Smith checks in. Full court pressure by Rummel. Manuel Willis takes it himself. Nice pass to Jones. That's beautiful. Broke down the defense. Willis gets the assist. In a 4-point lead. 1-2-2 trap here. Dewey made a mistake, tried to split it. You're not going to do that.
Yeah, dribbling it into 3 guys.
And a layup. And suddenly, 6-point lead. Guillory has 9. And it's 43-37. That was a foul, and they finally call it on Jones. So this matches the biggest lead of the game for STM at 6 points.
Rummel needs to play with some poise right here, and
they have to get Jones back
out of hand.
in. Jones got a rest, but as soon as he went out, they lost 4 points, and he's back in. Just gave him a blow. He has to work very hard. Wet spot being taken care of. Denham Smith will bring it in. Kendrick Joseph. Finds Davis, that's off. Good rebound by Muton. Boy, he's long.
Good looking player.
Isn't
sure.
he? Really? And there he is
nice
on the exchange.
Give and go.
Oh, it's in and out. Rebound Denham Smith. And a chance to open up a lead there. Would have been the biggest, but couldn't convert it. And what a steal here, but then it's on the floor. Jones retrieves, backs his man down, and he draws a 2-shot foul from Jones.
Is that 3 or 4 fouls on
Chad
Jones?
Jones with 3 from what I have him for.
3 in the second half.
Foul, 14, Chad Jones, his third.
That is his third. And the third team foul on St. Thomas More. And here is Jamar Jones back in a familiar place at the free throw line, where he's now 5 of 8 as he misses the first.
So Marino's checking in for the first time in the second half.
With his 3 fouls. Tried to preserve him as long as he can, but lead is out to 6 now. Jones splits a pair. He's got 14, and it's 43-38. The Raiders take a timeout with 4:34 to play in the third quarter, and a 5-point lead for St. Thomas More. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Metairie Bank. At Metairie Bank, your success is personal to us. We have always been the biggest advocates for our customers and the community. Metairie Bank is locally owned and operated, built on the time-tested foundation of relationships and trust. Visit MetairieBank.com to learn more. Metairie Bank, member FDIC. 5-point lead for St. Thomas More, and the Cougars will have it out of the timeout. Michael Mouton with 15 points now. Chad Jones has 9, so does Mason Guillory for the Cougars. Jamar Jones 14 for Rummel. Darius Davis and Chase Marino each have 10. Mouton handles it himself. What's not to like about this guy? He's got a good handle with either hand. He can jump. He can really shoot it. Gets it back on the exchange here. And dribble drives. Nice kick. Extra pass. That's good basketball. Man, that's really good basketball.
Didn't even hit the rim right there.
Mason Guillory with 12, and the Cougars are out to an 8-point lead. Biggest of the game.
Yeah.
And showing you their versatility now, Jimmy.
Rummel's got to withstand this run right here. Play through Jones. Take a good shot.
Oh, great idea, but threw it away. Nice backdoor cut by Jaden Martin, but the pass was off the mark. And
got to get Darius Davis back in the game for Rummel.
Regard into the front court. Down low. Should be offense, it is.
That was a brave play right there by Marino.
Mouton picks it up.
With 3 fouls.
And now Davis does check back in. Placing Martin. 4th team foul on STM. Cougars lead by 8. Fed the post, but double team. Boy, Strong to keep that ball and draw the foul. He's just a strong guy.
Yeah. St. Thomas More doesn't have too many guys that can handle him in the paint.
Willis draws the foul. Jones is back at the line. That's where he's been all night.
He's a problem. At 6'4", looked like about, what, 240?
6 for 9 at the line. He's going to take his 10th free throw attempt already in this game. And he's earned them, too. And these are not cheap fouls. He's working hard down low to get these fouls.
And he got a big man that can make free throws, so you got to go to him. I jinxed him.
Regard the rebound. 7-point lead. Backdoor cut, and Mouton will get it. Strong hands. He's just a complete player.
Yeah, he's not only a three-point shooter. He's got all 3 levels to his game are very good.
And he's a junior. In and out. Just things not going the Raiders' way right now. That's a really good play by Jones, though.
Yeah, Aware saving that ball.
St. Thomas More has picked up its game dramatically here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, well, we talked about them going to a different level.
They've done that here in the 3rd quarter, to be certain. Controlling play and leading by 9. And that's a foul again. Jones draws a foul, not a shooting foul.
Got to give it to Rummel. They're looking for the big man. They're looking for Jones.
Well, he's so strong posting up, and they can't handle him.
He's productive.
They can't get around him either. He's posting up beautifully. Reset the offense. Switching on the picks. Try to go to him again, but that pass was weak. But look at him. He still finds the ball for 3. And look at him work down low. Man, oh man.
He's impressive.
He's really 17 for Jones. He's keeping Rummel in this one.
Yeah, he's impressive.
It's a 7-point game. That's an offensive foul. No call. Pushed off twice. They didn't call it. That's good defense by Davis. Nice spin move here. Beautiful shot. Angel, again, they're showing their versatility. St. Thomas More has so many ways to hurt you. Nine-point lead. High water mark for the Cougars. Under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd. Strong move up and under and can't hit it. Good move, couldn't finish.
Yeah, it was a good, strong move by Chance Joseph.
Mouton his 5th rebound, and there he goes to the rim himself. He'll score again with the left hand. So impressive. And a double-digit lead for the first time at 11 points for the Cougars. Long 3-ball here. Panicking a little bit there. Long rebound, and here come the Cougars.
Need to settle Rummel down right now.
Turnover, St. Thomas More.
Timeout would be a good.
Dewey's going to come back in for Rummel. So will Denham Smith. Marino hasn't scored since the first quarter. And no one has scored in this quarter other than Jamar Jones for Rummel. No one.
And now he's not in, so who's going to pick up the slack?
Well, he's had to play so hard. They've got to give him a blow here and there, but so somebody else has to score.
It's going to have to be Darius Davis. So Rummel's running the motion now. Just got to be patient.
Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Nice drive, and he's fouled. Good drive there by Davis. He'll go to the free throw line. Fouls on Guillory, and that's his 3rd. Now that's a 7th-team foul, so Rummel's shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Thanks to Jones, they've got St. Thomas More in a little bit of a foul trouble, although St. Thomas More plays so many guys. Davis,
the first player to score a point in this quarter other than Jones for Rummel. So he makes the first and misses the second. 10-point game. Willis for 3. When it's going well, right?
Yeah, he was. Dewey had him locked up, guarded him pretty good there. It's just a good play. Just a good play by St. Thomas.
They've opened it up to 13. Denham Smith for 3. Nice shot.
Good job right there on the comeback.
Marino the assist. 10-point game. Ten seconds left in the third. Nice crossover, Willis. That's impressive. Oh, my. So many weapons, right?
Yeah, St. Thomas More going to a different level now.
It's on Denham Smith. That's his second. This isn't about Rummel playing poorly. It's about St. Thomas More just playing really, really well. Free throw up and in. Manuel Willis has 8. 58-45, biggest lead for the Cougars, and they get a turnover and can't finish. But St. Thomas More with an absolutely dominant third quarter opens up a 13-point lead, 58-45 on Rummel. And you look at that quarter, they had 6 different players score. They have so many guys that can hurt you in so many ways.
Yeah, they're showing their depth, the diversity of their players as far as, being able to do multiple things. They spread the floor. If you help inside, they kick it for threes. If you don't help inside, then they just finish at the rim. So Rummel's having a tough time right now.
Yes, so many guys to guard.
Well, and Rummel looks a little tired right now. Mm-hmm. Their players look they're showing a little bit of fatigue. They just have to, they're not out of this game. They're 13 down. Look.
Realistically, St. Thomas More has really changed the game by when they went man-to-man. They're playing better defense man-to-man. They've shut down everybody but Jones. They've locked up Marino.
That's correct.
And for the most part, Davis, nobody else has been able to hurt him since they went man-to-man. Whereas against zone, Rummel was getting good looks all the time. Now St. Thomas More in control by 13 with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Guillory. Rummel stays man-to-man here. Mouton running baseline to baseline. Dribble drive. Forced it up and in, and he's got a chance for the three-point play on the foul by Dewey.
Rummel formed a wall right there. Thought they had the charge. but just a good play.
Fouls on number 52 for the Raiders, Jamar Jones.
They called the foul on Jones, which is a surprise. So it's his second. Only the third on Rummel in the second half. Guillory with 14 now with 15 points. Another really good player. And it's 61-45. St. Thomas More is going to be very difficult for anybody to take down in their division with the versatility this team has. Marino off the dribble. The shot was changed and Chad Jones rebounds. Still like going to the rim like that. Typically good things happen when that takes place. Cougars exhibiting patience here, and a timeout. Danny Broussard take a full timeout with 7:01 to play. With a 16-point bulge at 61-45. St. Thomas More looking the part of being able to advance to play the host team Country Day in the title game tomorrow, which means the two Jefferson Parish rivals would meet in the third place game, even though they're no longer in the same league, in Archbishop Shaw and Archbishop Rummel. And some ties that bind there with Wes Laurendine, the coach at Shaw, who's a player at Rummel. Not too long ago. Wes played some football too now. He was pretty good. He was a good, good receiver. Now, and yes, Jay Roth did throw the ball a little bit.
Didn't Wes play quarterback?
He played a little bit of bad, but he was a primarily receiver, for Rummel.
He was just a really good high school player.
He's a good athlete,
You know, football and basketball, and making him a really good coach.
He had a good fullback back in the day. I think he spelled his name B-Y-R-D, as I recall.
That was a couple years after Wes.
Remember him well. Here is the St. Thomas More basketball up 16 as we go under 7 minutes to play. After Danny Broussard took a timeout to spread the floor here, which is exactly what they're doing. Rummel has to come out and guard, which will open up some baselines and back doors and the paint and a lot of things if they're patient. Again, no shot clock in high school basketball. And playing the passing game here in good stead with a 16-point lead. Poked away, do a good effort.
So Coach Broussard right now shortening the game, thinking more about tomorrow than he is tonight.
That's a good point. Marino the rebound. Yep, you got to play a fourth game in 4 days tomorrow.
Back to the zone for St. Thomas More, so he's definitely going to try to save his players' legs.
Look at Jones working hard. He got the board, knocked out of bounds, will keep it alive. But you can't help but be impressed with Jamar Jones. And not just the way he's played, but the effort he provides. Timeout called here. 30-second timeout with 5:46 to play. You know, to beat a team like St. Thomas More, Rummel might be a score short, you know, to be able to beat a team like this. But this game's not over yet, but I'll tell you, I'm walking away from here tonight impressed with Rummel.
Absolutely.
I think they've shown incredible progress.
You know, if you
from 1 year to the next.
If you're coaching that team right now, you got to be happy about your chances in district. They got all the pieces. You know, they got a big man that's productive. Then they've got a bunch of strong, physical players on the defensive end, and they can score enough points. So you got to like your chances going into district.
Marino to get it in. Rummel has to start looking for early offense here. That's well off the mark, and Chad Jones has his 7th rebound. Beautiful
Nice
backdoor
pass.
cut. What a pass.
That was a great pass.
Mason Guillory, terrific assist. Mouton has 21 points. Can't finish that. And Pratt has it.
I think Rummel's legs right now are kind of leaving them. They're struggling on the offensive end. Part of that's they're looking a little tired.
Cougars just looked the part of a veteran, smart team. Inside out. Rebound controlled by Martin. Jaden, the leading rusher on the Rummel football team.
Marino's got to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, they can't
Too
be.
good of a shooter. He's got to shoot it. When he has any kind of opening, he's got to shoot it.
And there he is there. And he knocks it down. Yeah, you just like it when it leaves his hand, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had the open three right there, and he's thinking about it. He's a good shooter, so he needs to take that shot. His team needs him to shoot the ball.
And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. The Lamarck Pre-Owned has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models. We even have great deals for under $12,000. Must be a reason. Thanks to Ronnie Lamarck Jr., Ray Hoffman, Timmy Lamarck, Dennis Lamarck, Brandon Lamarck. He's been spending a lot of time with him. Was at their Christmas function a couple of days ago at the big store in Kenner. Deeply appreciate their continued support to help us bring this to you. And again, we'll bring you the third place game tomorrow, which we look forward to bringing you. That's tomorrow at 4:30. Now that's a different time, 4:30, the third place game, and then the championship game at 6 p.m. Championship game now looks like it's pretty well set between Country Day and St. Thomas More. Third place game between Archbishop Shaw and Archbishop Rummel. Barring a miraculous comeback here, 16-point lead for the Cougars with 4:26 to play in the game. Full court pressure, and they steal it. Marino gets it. They have to look for early offense, as I mentioned. Inside out. Davis will look for three.
Nice shot.
He's a good-looking player. Really good athlete, really good football player. 63-50. Great pass. Up and under. Didn't convert it, though. But look at Mouton work it. He'll go to the line. No, he's 6'3", and he plays 6'3" or bigger. He doesn't play small.
No, he does.
Just really like him.
He's a real nice high school player that just a good all-around fundamental player and has a great shot. You know, if you can shoot the ball and you're 6'3", you got a potential future at the next level.
You had a couple like that were really good shooters. One in particular was a 6'4" young man who was as good a standstill shooter as I've seen. Second free throw's up. That one is good. 22 for Mouton and a 14-point lead. So I'll put it on you to tell me who I'm talking about. On a state championship team. Up and under, blocked. Mouton gets the board.
Jordan Andrews.
That's him. You got him.
Yeah.
Inside out three ball. It won't go. Fight for the board. Raiders have it with Davis. Davis. That's beautiful.
Nice shot. Chance Joseph with the shot.
You know, this team, like I said before, they have shown me a lot here in this game. It's an 11-point game, and I don't want to be too effusive with praise here, but this team in recent years has struggled to win a game or two or three, and this team's going to win a lot of games this year. That is a much better basketball team.
You know,
it's obviously a well-coached team. It's a team that's played together a little bit, and they have some parts that you can win with.
Yeah, you know, Chance Joseph was at Riverside when I was there. He was in the middle school, and he was a player then. You know, he can play a whole lot better than he's playing out here right now. He, you know, Davis was a really good player in Laplace, and you know they've got the pieces. They have the defense. They have the big man. They've got shooters. They get a little bit more productive on the offensive end, and they could make a run in their district. They could play for a championship in their district. It's not out of the realm of possibility because they're physical, they're tough, and they play defense. And then they got the go-to guy inside. I like Rummel's team. I really do. I don't want to heap too much praise, but they've got the pieces to do it.
Coach Thompson is so passionate, always has been. They exchange it on the inbounds, and they take 5. Rummel forces a turnover. This team continues to play hard.
Yeah, they're going to play hard. You know, that Coach Thompson is known for his teams playing hard, so they're going to play hard.
Again, need quick offense here, down by 11 with 3:10 to play. Davis, dribble drive. Davis, leaner. Offensive foul. Jones took the hit. That stops the momentum for Rummel.
You know, that was the right idea. He just needed to pull up and shoot the floater right there. But, hey, you had the guy you want with the ball in the paint. You can't be dissatisfied with that.
Yeah, you watch the pro level. They've got that floater down pat.
Yep. And it's not an easy shot now.
Good foul here. You have to take the foul in that situation. Joseph does. Free throws coming for Manuel Willis, who's 3 for 3 at the line and has 8 points. Again, this is a really good shooting team and a really good free throw shooting team. Kind of team that can win a lot of close games down the road against good competition.
Yeah, they're going to be in the hunt in the playoffs. There's no doubt. St. Thomas More, just because of their program, but they got the pieces. They're long. You know, they got size in the middle, but they got two great playmakers in Guillory and Mouton.
Missed the second, a 12-point lead.
And then they got other shooters.
Yeah, they look like a better team than the team you and I saw here last year.
Oh, I think so.
Under 3 minutes to play. Davis for 3. Chad Jones has another rebound, his 8th.
Yeah, Rummel's got to go rebound that, though. They didn't have one guy crash the boards. Maybe Jones needed to be back in there.
And threw that away. Well, they've gone to their spread look with more shooters on the floor, obviously, and to their ability to pressure on defense.
Yep.
You got to give up something. And right now they need threes more than anything. Down 12, 2:25 to play. Nice up and under move, but he couldn't get the foul call. Mooch on the rebound. Right idea. Couldn't draw the contact. St. Thomas More does not have to shoot the basketball.
No, they're a good free throw shooting team. So, and they're not going to look unless they get a paint look. They're probably not going to shoot it.
Well, that was a great anticipation play by Davis,
Yep.
But they called a foul on him. I mean, he was waiting for that turn. He was already there waiting.
But he got a nice looking body on him. He got a great base. He anticipates well. He's strong. Good looking player.
First one is in, Willis. So a 13-point lead. Second one is in. 67-53. Yeah, you ought to see Darius Davis on the football field. Really good defensive back. Really good.
I can believe it. He looks the part for sure.
Pratt the rebound. Cougars can take the air out of it if they wish with a 14-point lead here. Backdoor cut, Mouton.
Yep.
Had 27 the other night. He's got 25 tonight. Or make it 24.
And an efficient 25.
Oh, 24, yeah, correct.
24.
24 is correct.
But it's efficient. You know,
Yep.
he's not taking a ton of shots.
Jones back in the game now, but he traveled. Minute 2 left, 16-point lead, St. Thomas More. Dewey checks back in for Jones for defensive purposes. Nobody back. Mouton just backs it out wisely. I don't know why they're trying to score it there. Marino for 3, that's off. And Jones has another board. And now St. Thomas More wants to substitute freely. .35 seconds left. Marino will go coast to coast to score off the steal. He's got 14. And it's a 14-point lead. Raiders will substitute freely. Good sportsmanship here both ways. Down to 6 seconds here. Cougars do not have to shoot the ball and are in no hurry to do so. And the St. Thomas More Cougars advance to the championship game of the 20th Annual Country Day Classic with a 69-55 victory over Archbishop Rummel here tonight. Well, it was a different second half than the first half. Rummel had the lead at halftime, 33-32, but that was a different game in the second half. St. Thomas More took control in the third quarter, never let up in winning this one by 14. And the Cougars with the winner, 12-2 on the year. Raiders with a loss see their 8-game win streak come to an end. And the Raiders are now 10-4 overall. Rummel will play Shaw at 4:30 tomorrow in the consolation game, the third place game. We'll have it live for you on CrescentCitySports.com. And St. Thomas More will play Country Day in the championship game tomorrow at 6 p.m. Again, time changes, but we'll have them both for you here tomorrow on Crescent City Sports. 69-55 final. Look at the final numbers in this one. For Rummel, Chase Marino had 14. Darius Davis, 14. Denham Smith with 3. Tim Dewey with 2. 2 points, or make it 5 points for Chance Joseph. And Jamar Jones finished with 17 for the Raiders. And for St. Thomas More, Peyton Pratt had 6. Manuel Willis finished with 11 points. 2 points for Anthony Angel. 15 for Mason Guillory. 9 points for Chad Jones. 2 for Elijah Guidry. And Michael Mouton finished with 24 points and 8 rebounds to lead the Cougars as St. Thomas More wins it 69-55. Final thoughts, Jimmy?
Yeah, I think, you know, it was a tall order for Rummel to beat St. Thomas More, but they played a respectable game. I don't think the score was an indication of how close the game was. Coach Thompson's got to be proud of his team. Not proud that they lost, but got to be proud of the effort. You know, he's got some kids that play hard. He's got pieces. Got to be happy with what's in front of him as far as the season. And then St. Thomas More, second half they came out, went to a different level. They got 2 really good playmakers that can really score the ball. Then they got the big kid in the middle. I think tomorrow, Country Day, is going to have to be on top of their game to beat St. Thomas More. And, I look forward to the championship game and then, the semifinal game. Got Rummel.
Yeah, the third
versus
place
Shaw.
game. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I mean the third place game.
Yeah.
That's good. That should be a war between Shaw and Rummel.
Well, we want to thank Chip and Matt Merritt for a job well done tonight as always. Look forward to having them with us again tomorrow. And again, we'll be with you for the third place game tomorrow at 4:30 p.m., followed by the championship game at 6 p.m. here from Patrick Gymnasium. Jimmy, it's been a blast. Look forward to tomorrow.
Great. It was great.
Thank you, buddy.
Enjoyed it. Thanks.
All right, once again, our final tonight was St. Thomas More winning as they advance, as they beat Archbishop Rummel, and in the second semifinal game of the night in solid fashion as the Cougars advance to play against Country Day. 69-55 winner tonight over Rummel. Now, this is Ken Trahan saying thank you for joining us and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.